This is Retro Sports Radio. Visit RetroSeasons.com for more sports history.
The first ever USFL Championship game took place between the Michigan Panthers and the Philadelphia Stars at Mile High Stadium in Denver on Sunday, July 17, 1983. Philadelphia was coached by Jim Mora, who would later go on to success in the NFL with the New Orleans Saints and Indianapolis Colts. The Stars featured a dominating defense that only gave up an average of 11 points per game. The core of their offense was the running game of Kelvin Bryant, who finished second to Herschel Walker with over 1,400 yards on the season. Michigan was coached by Jim Stanley. The Panthers started the season with a 1-4 record, but then went on an 11-2 tear with the most powerful offense in the league, scoring over 25 points per game. Their star player was local hero Anthony Carter, who finished with over 1,100 yards and an average of 20 yards per catch. This audio recording is from the radio broadcast featuring announcers Dan Lovett and Paul Hornung.
It's title time in Denver. Hello again, everyone. Dan Lovett speaking this Sunday night from Mile High Stadium, Denver, Colorado. Fred Manfra calling the game tonight between the Michigan Panthers and the Philadelphia Stars. Paul Hornung here with us for the first USFL Championship game. Sunshine in Denver this evening as we approach the 6 o'clock hour. A threat of rain was here earlier this afternoon, about an hour ago. It's a warm day, but the dark clouds have moved to the northeast. We're going to have a perfect football night. A crowd which could surpass 45,000 will watch here at Mile High Stadium tonight, the first championship game in the United States Football League. The Philadelphia Stars, the Michigan Panthers, they have reached the payoff game. The Stars advancing to this championship game with one of the miracle finishes in pro football history. Last weekend, 44-38 win over the Chicago Blitz in overtime. Jim Mora's Stars scoring big to capture the initial playoff game in this league after trailing 38-17 with 12:04 remaining in regulation time. Philadelphia sporting a 16-3 record this day, which is the high water mark of all teams in this league. Michigan's road to the Rockies. It came on that 37-21 win over the Oakland Invaders as the Panthers turned away the Pacific Division champions with a solid air game and a ground attack before the United States Football League's record crowd of 60,000 plus in the Pontiac Silverdome. Oh, they tell us some 3,000 to 4,000 Panthers, their fans, have made their way here to Denver to support Jim Stanley's team that enters this game with a 13-6 record. So here we are, after an 18-game regular season plus a playoff weekend. The United States Football League is ready to produce a champion. For the most part, it has been a successful first season. No checks bounced. All payrolls were met. No franchises folded. Commissioner Chuck Fusina.
I think we have an awful lot of work to do. There's no question that this league is going to take several years more to prove what we all believe we can do, is be successful playing football in the spring and summer. But I think our accomplishments to date have been chronicled, and I think we've done the kind of job that we hope to do, and maybe even better. I think we're all looking ahead to 1984 and then maybe 1994, Dan, also.
Chet Simmons, Commissioner, the United States Football League, as he sits in the sunshine waiting for the kickoff here tonight between Michigan and Philadelphia. Yes, they have awarded another franchise, another team for 1984. They have done it here in Denver this evening. The 18th franchise will be located in Memphis, Tennessee. The Liberty Bowl seating 50,000. Memphis becomes the 6th expansion franchise to be awarded by the USFL for the 1984 season. Franchises previously announced: Pittsburgh, Houston, Tulsa, Jacksonville, and San Antonio. Well, we have talked to many of the league's coaches who were here in Denver this week, quizzing them for their thoughts, their predictions on tonight's game. First, though, an observation from the player who in the years to come is going to be a sure trivia question. Boston Breakers kicker Tim Mazzetti, who scored the first ever points in the USFL.
Who do you like in the game tonight here at Mile High Stadium, Tim Mazzetti, Michigan or Philadelphia, and why?
Okay, if you take your hand out of my pocket, Dan, I'm going to give you a pregame tip. I like Michigan, and the reason being they have been the team to beat over the last, I'd say about 10 weeks. And not taking anything away from Philadelphia, Michigan's Bobby Hebert I think, is right now the hottest quarterback in the league, and he's got a beautiful touch on the ball, and I'm going to go with Michigan.
Now here's Raleigh Dodge head coach, Birmingham Stallions. Raleigh, who do you like in the game tonight at Mile High, and why?
Dan,
I think, first of all, I think the cream of the crop is here. I think the two best teams in our league are playing tonight, and I think that many times that doesn't happen in playoff competition. I like Michigan. Michigan has an edge in offense. I think they have a big play offense. They have Anthony Carter. Bobby Hebert, I think, is probably the hottest quarterback in the league right now. They have a very fine offensive line. Their running backs are strong, and they're capable of the big play. When you flip the coin, Dan, I have to go with Michigan. I think that they will outscore Philadelphia.
Now here's Dick Curry, head coach, Boston Breakers, ready for the big game tonight, Mile High Stadium. Who do you like, Dick, and why?
I think it's going to be an awfully good football game. I really believe that those are the two best teams in our league, and I think that both are very well coached with some good players. I look for Philadelphia maybe to win in a real close game.
That was Dick Curry, Coach of the Year from the Boston Breakers in the USFL. Now here's Steve Spurrier, the Tampa Bay Bandits, with a look at tonight's game between the Michigan Panthers and the Philadelphia Stars. Who do you like and why, Steve?
Oh, I think it's a pick'em game the way the gamblers have said it's supposed to be. Michigan, on paper, I think, looks a little bigger and stronger, and up front, their linemen are a little larger than Philadelphia's maybe, but you can't sell Philadelphia short. They find a way to win the football game, and they got a lot of clutch players who just believe they're supposed to win, and that sometimes that's half the battle.
Now with us, one of the newer coaches coming into the league in 1984, the expansion franchise, the Houston Gamblers. Here's Jack Pardee. Nice to see you again, Jack. Who do you like tonight and why?
Well, I'm not real great at picking teams I've proven out in the past, but I'd kind of think Michigan is a better team. I felt they played the best football in the last 2 months.
With us now here in Mile High Stadium, Denver tonight for the first championship game, United States Football League. Head coach of the Denver Gold, Craig Morton. Old friend of ours, was with us on many broadcasts on ABC throughout the season, talked a lot about football. Let's see if he can give us the outcome of the winner tonight here between the Michigan Panthers and the Philadelphia Stars.
Maybe I shouldn't pick a team, but to say that I think what's happened is that the credibility and the two teams are the best teams that should be in the the championship game, and I think it's going to be a great game. I would have thought before the outcome of the Chicago-Philadelphia game that probably Michigan was the best team. But after Philadelphia's outstanding comeback, I think anything's possible.
Craig Morton, head coach, Denver Gold, here in attendance tonight at Mile High Stadium. So you've heard how some of the coaches feel about this one. We're now going to take a break down the line here on the pregame show this Sunday evening in Denver, and we'll be back to continue. This is the ABC Radio Network. Here at Mile High Stadium now, playing the national anthem, is Al Hirt. At a couple of Super Bowls down in New Orleans, here blowing his horn for the United States Football League. Paul Hornung, of course, good friends with Al Hirt, and he's going to be aboard with us here at halftime tonight on our broadcast from Mile High Stadium. As I said, with us here tonight for the first USFL Championship game, the real disciple of discipline, Paul Hornung, certainly no stranger to championship games. Paul was there, wasn't he, for the first ever Super Bowl, the Los Angeles Coliseum, January 1967, those Packers and Kansas City Chiefs. Paul, great to have you with us. It's been a super season. There were 61,000 plus in attendance that Sunday in 1967 when the Pack took the field. You were dressed out. It was not a sellout.
It was not a sellout, Dan. It was an exciting game for the Packers. Of course, we were playing the AFL for the first time. They didn't expect to sell out in the Coliseum in Los Angeles, and we went on to beat Kansas City Chiefs, coached by Hank Stram. And they did it kind of easily in the second half, but it wasn't a sellout.
And, of course, look what has grown out of that first game. The Super Bowl is probably the biggest extravaganza. And I think this week here in Denver, you've got to take your hat off and credit the USFL. They have done just a fantastic job in getting around this city, getting the people behind it. There are about 50,000 seats sold. Now, Denver is not in this championship game, and I think it's a credit to the league that we have 50,000 people here today. Well, Paul, they're calling it a pick'em game. That's exactly what it is. What does that mean, Dan? Does that mean it's even? It is a pick'em game, folks. It's a dead, straight, flat, even game, as they say. And everybody, Dan, that you've interviewed so far seems to like Michigan. Everybody seems to like the Michigan Panthers. And usually when that happens, you know, sometimes the other team sneaks up. Now, look, the Philadelphia Stars have the best record in the USFL. They were 15-3 during the regular year. They've got the biggest offensive line in professional football. They haven't been playing up to their potential the last 4 or 5 weeks, but they could. Now, folks, you're hearing some people in the background. We have some paratroopers just skydiving right into the middle of the 50-yard line, and they are absolutely fantastic. But anyway, getting back to the Philadelphia team, they are one of the best teams in the league, and as some of the coaches on Dan's interviews said, the best two teams are here. The best two teams are here. They're ready to play, and I think it's going to be an explosive football game. Who do you like? I'm going to have to go along with everybody else. I like Bobby Hebert. Boys, you remember back the third or fourth game, I got on his bandwagon right away. I think he's a fine young quarterback. He can throw it long. You've seen, of course, one of the great quarterbacks out of Penn State. He was 29-3 at Penn State. He had the best record in the USFL. You can't count him short. He can't throw it as good long as Bobby Hebert. But I tell you one thing, it should be a pretty good football game, but I think Michigan might be coming into this game a little bit better. Okay, Paul. Well, these two clubs had a heated preseason scrimmage, then played at Veterans Stadium in Philadelphia on June 5th. Stars won it 29-20, the last time Michigan lost, in fact. Panther linebacker John Corker.
They've been a good ball club all year long. They've done a lot of things offensively and defensively. They feature a lot of good athletes. And Kelvin Bryant, offensively, I'm speaking of. Fiske, the wide receiver. Fusina, the quarterback. And 22, their other running back. These guys, they can hurt a ball club in a lot of ways. They've been playing great football all year long. We're really expecting it to be a great football game out there. Last time we encountered this ball club, they did a lot of things to offset what we do best, and that was get after the passer, and they were able to get us off in the zone drops with our linebackers and capitalize with the wide receivers going underneath on 4 or 5 yard pass patterns, and it's really hurt our ball club in the latter part of the football game.
Linebacker John Corker, Michigan Panthers. Here on the pregame, we pause down the line 10 seconds for station identification. This is the ABC Radio Network. Here's Jim Mora, head coach of the Philadelphia Stars, with Paul Hornung and I here tonight as we get ready to watch him hook him up in the big one. He's going to play the big game in the USFL, Hornung.
Well, I'd just like to ask Jim, first of all, congratulations. You've had a great year, and you got one more to go. Is your team a little uptight, or are they loose? Because I think this team could possibly be kind of loose.
Well, thanks for the congratulations, Paul. It's great to be here. If I had to classify our team right now, loose or tight, I'd say we're more on the loose side. And I hope it's not a false reading, but I've been around them 2 or 3 times this year when they have been a little uptight, and we haven't played good. So I hope we are a little bit loose. I think it's important to go into this game with that feeling.
Well, Kelvin Bryant's impressed me all year long. He seems to be just a premier running back of the league. He's had the best year, and I guess we're going to see a lot of Kelvin Bryant tonight.
Kelvin will play it down or two. we might give him the ball once or twice. He's a great back, and he's a great kid. That's the best thing about him. You know, he's a tremendous team guy, a very unselfish player, and got a world of talent.
Paul, you know, Jim Mora, the Philadelphia Stars opened the season right here in Denver, and they're closing.
That's right. We opened here on March 6th. It seems like about 10 years ago, but it's been fun, and it'd be nice to close out in the same winning note tonight.
Jim, it's been a great year for you. The credibility of the league, Paul, as he brings in the best record here. You know, we've said that all along. I think the league's got some unjust publicity throughout the whole year, and I think this week has proven it. I want to ask you one question about Michigan's defense. What are you going to do with the blitz with Corker?
With Corker? Well, we're going to try to keep them off balance. You can't just change everything because of one guy, but we're going to try to keep them off balance. And I'm sure they're looking at some tendencies we've had. We're going to try to break some of our tendencies and run when we're supposed to be throwing and throw when we're supposed to be running. And hopefully we'll block him once or twice, too.
Well, I know he's anxious to play the game. We're ready to do it. So congratulations to Jim Mora and the Philadelphia Stars. Now, Paul, here's the head coach of the Michigan Panthers. They favor him in this one, the first United States Football League Championship game. Jim Stanley, head coach, and have a go at those Stars. A lot of folks like his chances here. Well, I do too. I think he's got the best team going in. I don't think Philadelphia's really played up to their potential last 3 or 4 weeks. It seems that you've got your team right chewing at the bit.
Well, we've been pretty lucky. I think that, overall our team has progressed at about the stage you'd like to have them go. I think our chemistry of our team has been good all year. We started out with probably more rookies than anybody in the league. We were able to acquire some people with some youth that helped us along. Dornbrook, McGriff, Penny, on down the line that gave us some leadership that we had to have.
Jim, you lost to this club, or it was your last loss, 29-20. It's a different field. It's a whole different situation. I know you're looking at it that way.
I think we've probably improved a great deal since then in many ways. Defensively, we've got 2 people with us that wasn't there at that time. I think that, we've probably made more progress than most people up until then. I don't say that braggingly, but not because of me, but because of the players and assistant coaches. I think overall that Philadelphia's improved a great deal too, but they had their momentum going, and I think it slid back a little bit. And certainly, if you have your relish, you'd rather have it come along a little better each week, and we've had some of that.
There's an axiom in pro football: speed kills, and if that's so, it seems as if Michigan has got a little bit more speed at the skill positions. You feel that way?
Oh, I do. Look at our team, look at theirs, and of course you size it up. Anthony Carver can run like a deer. Plus, Bobby Hebert has the arm to go deep. And their quarterback is a winner. He's a good person. I don't think he has a great arm to go deep. They have pretty good speed on the flanks, but not quite as much as we do. He may come out today and bomb us and all that stuff, but looking at it going into it, what they hurt us on before was the short drag across, going three wide receivers, and we dropped off and played zone and let them catch too many underneath. And I really don't think you can do that every time. You got to play it some, but I don't think you can do it every time. What we got to do is go a little bit of man-to-man, get up and press them, and invite them to go deep and see if we can take care of that.
Well, they got the best 2 teams in the USFL in this game, and I think that's good for the fans, and I think it's good for the country. We just want to wish you a lot of luck. It should be a good one.
I appreciate that, Paul.
There he is, Jim Stanley, head coach of the Michigan Panthers, along with Jim Mora here tonight, as Paul Hornung and I visited prior to the game, getting ready now for this kickoff between the Stars and the Panthers, and we were trying to get a feel from this crowd as to who they're leaning towards. I guess we're going to have to say Michigan at this point, although the Philadelphia Stars did get a very fine reception here. We're waiting now for another skydiver to come in here to Mile High Stadium. He's bringing the game ball with him this time. Fred Manfred standing by to get ready to make the call of tonight's championship event. Each member of the winning team, by the way, will receive a minimum of $6,000 tonight, while each losing team member will net a minimum of $3,000. Of course, both clubs earned $3,000 each for winning last week's semifinal playoff games. And so the fans here at Mile High Stadium, we're guessing in the neighborhood of 45,000 or better tonight, this Sunday evening, here near the Colorado Rockies, waiting for the skydiver to hit around the 50-yard line. They've got it marked, waiting for the game ball to get here. If he doesn't get here, we're going to be held up for a while. Now let's get ready for the play-by-play, and Fred will tell us a little bit about the coin toss tonight, and Paul Hornung's waiting to go. Great season, great way to cap it off, Fred.
Thank you very much, Dan Lovett. Well, Paul, back on March 6th, this whole thing began, and who expected that the crowd here would be about 45,000? A new venture, a lot of people speculating that the league wouldn't even last that long.
That's right. They didn't even know where they were going to play this USFL first championship game, and I think they picked a good site. The Denver fans deserved it. They showed up this year and supported the Denver Gold, and they said this would be a good spot for it. The weather's been just absolutely sensational, and we're waiting for a member of the High Freedom Parachute Club. They've been sensational here, Fred. He's going to parachute into the 50-yard line and bring the game ball.
Now, Paul, back a couple of weeks ago, the 2 teams that we have here tonight, Philadelphia and Michigan, met back at the vet. Artificial surface back there. The Michigan Panthers were red hot, As you mentioned a little earlier, the Philadelphia Stars have been playing so-so football, just enough to get by, and lo and behold, the Stars win 29-20.
Well, of course, that is completely forgotten if you're a member of the Michigan Panthers, and I'm sure that the head coach of Philadelphia, Mora, he has been saying that to his players. Look, forget what happened before, boys. All that proves is we know we can win. It's all up for grabs. Anything can happen. We're going to have to play our best to beat Michigan today. And, of course, Stanley on the other side of the coin is saying, look, let's don't get too cocky. We're coming into this game fit. We've been playing well lately. Let's just keep it up.
Of course, Mile High Stadium used here for AAA baseball. Denver playing here. And there's a skin part of the infield normally. But last week, that infield skin was sodded in, and we can see the outline of the infield to our left. What part do you think that might play, considering the majority of the left part of the field is
I think they've done a sensational job with the field. The baseball field is covered up. It's been sodded, but it looks beautifully. It's green. And this is the way the game should be played on natural turf. This is the way I think that the professional football people would like it.
Now, we mentioned earlier both teams play on artificial surface. Of course, Michigan at the Silverdome, Philadelphia at the Vet. Will that have any bearing on the play tonight that they're playing on natural field?
I think the speed and the skill positions, maybe Michigan has that edge. They're going to have the edge on this natural turf, too. Speed is still king, so to speak, Fred, in professional football, all professional sports. Speed is really what I think coaches are more feared about. They're feared of a guy like Anthony Carter break a punt, break a kickoff. We might see him on a kickoff tonight.
So now we're going to have the coin toss in the middle of the field. The new U.S. Olympic commemorative coin is being used for the official coin toss for this USFL Championship game. The referee is Bill Parkinson.
This is a head. This is tail. Tail. Call the coins and coin toss. He calls tails. He calls tails.
Michigan calling tails.
Did you say head? Head. Philadelphia wins the toss.
So Philadelphia wins the coin toss, and the Stars on the near sideline may think that that's an omen for things to come.
Well, I think they like to get that football as quickly as they can into the hands with the gentleman that put 44 on his back. The jersey belongs to Kelvin Bryant. What a year Kelvin Bryant has had running the football. 1,400 yards rushing. He's averaged 4.5 a carry. He's also caught 53 passes for 410 yards. He's just been sensational.
Now, Paul, we saw a new wrinkle in that Philadelphia backfield last week in the overtime victory. A young fellow, Alan Harvin, playing in the backfield for the first time simultaneously with Kelvin Bryant.
In fact, he had 681 yards rushing on the year, so that gave the running back position, the same running back position, over 2,000 yards rushing for Philadelphia. But Harvin was used so successfully last week with Kelvin Bryant. They're going to start them both today. And why not? It's the last game of the season. He's got the best two running backs he's got in there with each other to complement each other.
What is it about Chuck Fusina? Despite the fact he lacks a lot of physical tools, he still wins football games.
Absolutely. And if Joe Paterno, I think the best college coach in America, says he's a great quarterback, all he does for you is win. That's good enough for me. He was 29-3 at Penn State. He's 15-3 during the season, and what a game he had in the second half. He brought Philadelphia back to a 44 to 38 win in overtime last week was sensational. And they were completely out of it, down by 21 points, and Fusina was just fantastic.
You know, in the fourth quarter, the Stars did not allow the Chicago Blitz a first down.
Well, defense played a big part in it, no question about it. Even though it was 82 points, Philadelphia had to come through on defense to get the ball back, and they did. They got the ball 5 times in the fourth quarter, and they put points on the board every time.
Michigan kicking off from right to left across the radio dial. Sucker style, Novo Boyovich. The Panthers wearing the white uniforms for visitors by designation. Back deep, standing at the 1-yard line. Alan Harvin, who had one kickoff return against Chicago last week for 23 yards. He's averaging better than 23 yards return. Kick coming to the near side, bounding on a bounds at about the 5. Flag down, will have the kick over 5 yards back.
Coaches don't like to start it off that way. It'll be a 5-yard penalty. He'll put it back at the 30-yard line and re-kick. It looks as if Boyovich did not want to kick it to Alan Harvin, who was the deep man right back at the 5 to 4-yard line. Now they'll move up 5 more yards on the 5-yard penalty. Looks like he's trying to kick it away from Harvin.
Harvin's the 4th best kicker of the USFL during the regular season, averaging 23.3 yards of return. As long as this year, 67 yards. He went to the University of Cincinnati. The illegal procedure call being made against the Michigan Panthers. So the ball will be brought back to the 30-yard line down below us. And Novobojovic, who wears a white shoe on his left foot and a black shoe with a white stripe on his kicking right foot, has the ball teed up, and he will approach it again and try to really muscle it big time. Standing back at the 4-yard line is Carvin, the speedster, and he can fly. Bojovic kicks it high, coming to Harvin, backing up at the 2. Harvin straight up over the 5. 10 outside right at the 15 to the 20 to the 25. Harvin jumped over a tackler at the 30-yard line, out of bounds along the near side at the 32-yard line. A 30-yard return for Alan Harvin. The USFL title game number 1 is underway. Don Eccles making the tackle for the Michigan Panthers.
Started off, I think we ought to mention, Fred, that there is a little bad blood between the teams.
Lots of bad blood. They had a scrimmage that resulted in a lot of fisticuffs, and Coach Jim Mora said that the Michigan coach Jim Stanley allowed his players to go out of control, and they have had a lot of talking back and forth between each other. So it's 1st and 10 for Philadelphia. They switch into shotgun.
3-4 defense right away. Philadelphia goes into the shotgun.
3 wide receivers in motion to the left side is Tom Donovan. The snap back to Fusina. Fusina dropping the throw to the 21. Locked it up inside to Kelvin Bryant. Bryant up over the 30. Tackled at the 32. Trying to fight his way up to the 35, and he does. Making the tackle for the Michigan Panthers down there, John Corker. Corker, Mr. Sack, getting Kelvin Bryant down around the ankle.
Oh, beautiful tackle by John Corker. And John Corker, of course, leads the league as a linebacker in sacks with 28. He's got 28 sacks on the year. And he prevented Kelvin Bryant from picking up a big first down on the screen to the left side. Corker, and on the other side of the cone, Sam Mills. 2 linebackers, 2 off-rows going against each other today.
2nd and 6 for Philadelphia from their own 35. Triple wide receivers as Fusina drops the throw. Fusina 1-for-1, completes another short to Bryant. Bryant up to the 38-yard line. That's it. Tackled at the 38 by Robert Pennywell from Grambling. Pennywell, an experienced linebacker. The number 6 draft pick of San Francisco in 76, and he played for Coach Jim Stanley in Atlanta from 1976 through 80.
Had a little pressure on Fusina that time. Stepped up inside the rush. Got it to his back. Number 44, Kelvin Bryant, a little safety valve pad. Got 3rd and about 2. A little over 2 for the first down.
Roll back behind Fusina is Kelvin Bryant. Double wide receivers left, single wide receiver right on the 3rd and 2. Fusina to throw for the 3rd straight time. Comes, drops the pass down. Incomplete. Intended for Scott Dixie at the 35-yard line. Dixie, defended by Clarence Chapman, extended himself trying to get the ball and was overthrown.
The Philadelphia Stars gambling here on the first series. 3rd and 2 all year long. They've got the biggest offensive line in the USFL. They've got one of the best rushers, the number 2 rusher in the USFL. He's back in a double wing, and they throw the bomb on 3rd and 2.
And Sean Lanzetta, who did not punt last week in the playoff game, gets his first opportunity. He averaged better than 41 yards a kick, kicking deep to Anthony Carter at the 20. Lanzetta from South State powers the ball, going back to the 5-yard line and watching the ball hit at the goal line and into the end zone. We have the defense for the Michigan Panthers. Jerome Stelly and Anthony Carter. The ball bounces into the end zone. It will come out to the 20-yard line.
61-yard punt. He kicked that football 71 yards in the air.
Sean Lanzetta has a foot. Towson State in Maryland. And we have a timeout. So there's a timeout in our USFL game just underway here. No score. We'll be back to the USFL title game after this. 13:04 to play in the first quarter. The United States Football League Championship game. Michigan with the ball 1st and 10 from their own 20, their first offensive possession.
Now Michigan's going to have to go against the same type of a defense. They'll probably have a 3-man front with 4 linebackers. Sam Mills, a linebacker on the inside for Philadelphia, is an all-pro. He leads his team in tackles. John Corker for Michigan does the same thing Mills does for Philadelphia. They're 2 outstanding young linebackers and probably will be both all-pro.
John Williams not starting tonight for the Michigan Panthers, replaced by Theo Miller at running back. Also in the backfield, Ken Lacey. Carter split wide right, Holloway wide left with Bobby Hebert, the fine rookie quarterback out of Louisiana. Handoff right side to Miller. Miller tugging up over the 24, still on his feet, being pulled back to the 20-yard line, but they'll give him progress for a 4-yard gain.
Fred, I talked to George Dixon, who's the offensive coordinator for Michigan, with Jim Stanley's coaching staff. And he said, Paul, no question about it. When we got Tyrone McGriff, Tom Dornbrook, and Ray Penny, 3 former Pittsburgh Steelers, it turned our offensive line around, and it's made young Hebert the best quarterback in the league.
So Miller's 4-yard pickup sets up a 2nd and 6 for Michigan from from the Panthers 24. Hebert with Carter wide right. Holloway wide left. Hand off left side to Lacey. Lacey 1,000-yard rush. Ralph over the 25. Has the first down at the 31-yard line. Tackle down there at the 31 by Mike Lush, the free safety.
Lacey, great average running the football. He's averaged over 5 yards a carry. Picked up 1,180 yards during his season. What a hole on the left side. Just a little zone blocking on the left side. That Michigan line really came off the football and gave a huge hole for Lacey just running off the left tackle.
Well, it's hard to believe that Ken Lacey was not a starter at the beginning of the season for the Michigan Panthers.
Well, he scored 6 touchdowns on the way. Didn't score a lot of touchdowns, but he is just one good running back.
Carter wide to the right side. Double wing. Holloway splitting left. Double tight end on the 1st and 10 from the 32 for Michigan. Quarterback Hebert with a long step back behind him. Lacey gets the handoff. Lacey charges up to the 33-yard line, and then he is tackled by a gang of the Philadelphia Stars. Pick him out. Lead tackler there, Frank Case, the left defensive end from Penn State.
You're not going to sell his Philadelphia Star defense short either. Frank Case from Penn State. Dave Ofer from Penn State. There's an injury down on the field about the 35-yard line, and that's Holla. Picked up one. I think it's Tyrone McGriff, and they could ill afford to lose him because he's been an integral part of that offensive line for Michigan.
Well, there's a timeout down on the field, and there's a break in the action with the score. Michigan nothing, Philadelphia nothing. This is the ABC Radio Network. Tyrone McGriff is up under his own power, walking to the far side to the Michigan Panther bench. Taking his place will be Greg Fairchild, a 4-year pro from the University of Tulsa. Paul, if McGriff does not come back in, that's going to be a tough loss for the Panthers to swallow.
It sure is, because those 3 men that came from the Pittsburgh Steelers that I said really have meant the difference in that Michigan offensive line. They just protect Hebert so well. He's only been sacked 20 times all year long.
Bobby Hebert has thrown 27 touchdown passes in regular season play. That's the best in the USFL. And Bobby Hebert, born in Cutoff, Louisiana, that population of 10,000 in that Louisiana town, throwing for better than 3,568 yards during the regular season, earning him the reputation of being the #1 quarterback in the USFL as a rookie. #2, the fine quarterback out of Oakland, Fred Fusina.
He can play for anybody. He's got the size, he's got the good quick speed, he's got the strong arm, and of course he's got a lot of speed on the flank. The cornerback just really got to be careful in a game like this with Holloway and Anthony Carter. 2 guys that can completely blaze it. I would see that they're going to have to roll up a zone on both sides for these guys. And there's a double zone.
On a 2nd and 9.
Draw play to Lacey outside left. Lacey up over the 35 and out of bounds along the near side at the 40. A couple yards shy of the first down. Pumped out of bounds along the near side by Jonathan Sutton, the 5-year pro from New Mexico. So it'll be a 3rd and 2 for Michigan from their own 40-yard line. Well, they had a passing situation. They crossed that star defense up, went to the run, got it to 3rd and 2.
McGriff back in the ballgame. Fairchild out. So for Panther fans, good news. Holloway will now flank to the far right side. Coming to the near side left is Anthony Carter. Cobb and Eccles in, bookending the line at tight end. 3rd and 2 for Bobby Hebert at his own 40. The Michigan Panthers with the football. Hebert dropping to throw, looking downfield on a curl over the middle. The pass is complete. Intended at the 48-yard line of Philadelphia for Holloway. Double coverage on Derek Holloway. The pass overthrown.
Pass was overthrown. It was a turn-in pattern to Holloway. He was trying to come back for the football, and Hebert threw it wide to his left. He was open there for a moment, but I think he might have had some inside help from a linebacker there, so that caused the incompletion.
David Greenwood will be punting the ball away from Michigan. Greenwood, during the year, averaged better than 41 yards a kick. Backseat Scott Warner to accept the punt back at the 16.
All punters love to kick here in Denver. The air is so thin. We're in Mile High Stadium, folks, and this is kicker's paradise.
Greenwood from Wisconsin boots it, a towering spiral coming to the near sideline. Warner takes it at the 18, up over the 20 to the 21, has his leg knocked out from under him at the 23-yard line. Wait. It looks like Robert Pennywell in on the tackle for the Michigan Panthers, and it will be 1st and 10 for the Philadelphia Stars. And the Stars will have the football at their own 24-yard line. No score in the football game, 10:47 to play in the first quarter. Chuck Fusina, the man directing the Philadelphia Stars attack, with 22 of 33 versus Chicago last week for 254 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 4 big interceptions that hurt early.
Now they're in the offense they like. They're out of the eye with Kelvin Brown at the deep back, and they like to throw pitches to him and let him cut against the grain.
Harvin, the up back in the eye on the first. Pitch out as he called the ball. Block from Harvin. Sign up over the 25 to the 30, and out of bounds at the 31-yard line. Kelvin Bryant being pushed out by Ray Bentley, the fine linebacker for the Michigan Panthers.
They had big number 75 in front of him, Irv Eatman, the former All-American out of UCLA. And if he isn't big, what is he, 285, 6 foot 6'6", 280 pounds. That offensive line for Philadelphia, folks, average is right there at 280 pounds.
So Kelvin Bryant, who had 142 yards on the ground last week against Chicago, picks up 6, 2nd and 4 for Philadelphia from their own 30. Handoff again to Bryant. First down for Kelvin to the 34. Bangs into a man at the 34, then up to the 35. A first down for the Philadelphia Stars at their own 35-yard line. And the first series, the Stars went to a lot of short passes to Kelvin Bryant. Now they give him the ball in the gut and let him run with it.
They go back to what they can do best. Give the ball to Bryant and let him break it. I tell you, he's got such a great tendency running the football, Fred. He knows exactly where his blockers are. He seems to sense where the hole is going to open up. He doesn't have to see it. He senses the flow of these blockers in front of him. It's a very intelligent runner.
From the 35 of Philadelphia, first is up for the Stars. You see the short shot. Pass to his tight end Folsom up over the 35. Spinning has the first down at the 46-yard line of the Philadelphia Stars. Steve Folsom making the reception short passes. The passes that played Michigan against Philadelphia the first time, coming back to haunt the Panthers again.
Well, that's just trying to nickel him down with a little pass offense. That went to the big tight end. Folsom, as you can see, doesn't have much speed at all. He looked a little cumbersome with the football, but he got the first down. That's what Fusina does. All of a sudden you look up and he's got 7 points on the board against him.
High behind Fusina. Pitch to the right side. Here comes Harvin. Harvin motoring with a flag down inside Michigan territory at the 49-yard with a flag back at the 46. David Greenwood, the strong safety for Michigan, running him out of bounds.
They had a double team on the nose tackle. Dave tipped him, and they got a foul against the Philadelphia Stars.
David Greenwood made some waves here in Denver earlier this week.
They asked him, would you consider going to the NFL? He said, sure. New Orleans. In fact, he wants to go.
That's right. And Jim Spavital, the general manager of the Michigan Panthers, said as soon as I heard that.
What's he on the offense? What's that?
Well, the hold there against Bart Oates. Spavital said as soon as I heard that, I got on the phone with Greenwood's agent and checked out to make sure that our contract was still good. And it is. 3 more years with the Panthers for David Greenwood.
But he said he'd like to go to the NFL. Of course, USFL's signing a lot of the NFL players now.
First and 20 now for Philadelphia from their own 36. And on the backfield, fumble. It's recovered by Fusina at the 32. Fusina fell on the fumble.
And you know, we saw that last week. Philadelphia fumbled about 4 snaps from center on the exchange from the center to the quarterback. Now, that wasn't a fumble between the quarterback and the center. But there again, Fusina and the running back having a little trouble on the exchange. That shouldn't happen.
Well, Harvin got the ball, and then it looked like Allen Hughes just nailed Harvin, having the ball cough up at the time. And now we're going to have a timeout call by Philadelphia's Chuck Fusina. It's 2nd and 23 for the Stars from their own 33-yard line. Fusina a bit irritated as he comes to the near side. So there's a break in the action with the score. Philadelphia nothing, Michigan nothing. We'll be back to the United States Football League Championship game in Denver after this. 2nd and 23 for Philadelphia at their own 33-yard line. This is the United States Football League title game, Mile High Stadium, Denver. Dan Lovett, Paul Horning, and yours truly, Fred Manfra, with the action on the ABC Radio Network. Triple wide receivers. 1 wide to the left side, 2 to the near side right. Long setback. Harvin behind Fusina on the 2nd and 23. A passing down. In motion to the left side goes Rodney Punter. Fusina backpedaling to throw, setting up at the 24. Now throws to the near sideline. Incomplete. Diving at the 44-yard line was Fitzke. Fitzke had the ball momentarily, but when he hit the turf, he dropped the football. Clarence Chapman, the left cornerback from Eastern Michigan, a 7-year pro, defending on the play.
I was with the New Orleans Saints. Played the corner pretty good that time. Played that square-out pattern. Pretty good pitch by Fusina. Made him come back for the football. They just couldn't hold on right by the sideline. Good coverage.
Big play upcoming, hopefully, for the Philadelphia Stars in their minds as it's a 3rd and 23 from their own 33-yard line. Back split. Bryant behind Fusina. Triple wide receivers, 2 right, 1 left. Fusina to throw. Backpedaling. Pressure. Drops the ball downfield. Incomplete. The pass was intended for Collier at the 40. Back there defending as the ball was underthrown was John Arnott and the blitz guy.
And the reason it was underthrown was exactly right, Fred Manfra. It was the blitz. They got a hold of Fusina's jersey. He couldn't get the pass down deep to the post. It was underthrown and incomplete.
It looked like that big number 57, the sack man, John Corker, in with the pressure.
Well, they love to throw John Corker in on the blitz. He leads his team with blitz. 28.5 sacks he had credited with coming in.
Anthony Carter standing back at the 23-yard line of Michigan. Sean Landetta, who just booted one before, a rocket, awaiting the snap on the 4th at 23 from the 33 of Philadelphia. Landetta gets it. It's a low spiral this time. Carter on the run at the 20, to the 25, up to the 30, centers up there, outside at the 35, and out of bounds here at the 38-yard line. Will be first and 10 for the Michigan Panthers.
Low spiraling kick. Anthony Carter, one of the most dangerous men in college football history at the University of Michigan, now returns the punt and gives the Panthers good field position almost near the 40-yard line.
Well, this is United States Football League Championship football, and there's a break in the action with 7:51 to play in the first quarter. With no score, this is the ABC Radio Network. Now the sun is beginning to set here in the mile-high city of Denver. Beautiful city. No score in the football game. The Michigan Panthers with the football. First and 10 from their own 38. And so far, each team like a couple of boxes in the ring, feeling each other out.
I think we're going to see Bobby Hebert start to air it out a little bit more now.
Carter wide right, Holloway wide left, back foot behind Hebert in the backfield. They call him the Cajun Cannon, Bobby Hebert. He gets the snap, fakes the handoff to Miller, dropping the throw to 30 downfield. Carter off his fingertips at the 48-yard line of Philadelphia. Anthony Carter leaping when he really didn't have to. Now Antonio Gibson was there on the defense.
He tried to catch in his hands with a beautiful pitch, play action, just roll out right with Bobby Hebert, and he had Carter. Carter had beaten Antonio Gibson, the defensive left cornerback for Philadelphia. Of course, Gibson, you must give him a lot of room. You've got to give Carter a lot of room over there because he runs by you at 6 points. They were playing him deep, and Carter just did a little turnout, was wide open for about 17 yards, and he dropped it.
Second and 10 for Michigan from their own 38. Miller and Lacey split in the backfield. Holloway near side, Carter wide side right. 7:44 to play in the first quarter, no score. Bobby Hebert again to pass, dropping to the 30. Setting up, lots of pass over the middle, complete to Miller. Miller keeps the man at the 42, up over the 45 to the 50-yard line. First down for the Michigan Panthers. Sam Mills, the fine linebacker out of Montclair State of New Jersey, making the tackle for the Philadelphia Stars.
Well, folks, we keep reiterating this almost every game, but you've seen it so much in the last 12 years of professional football. Just these little delayed tactics the quarterbacks use. They just drop it off to their backs. Because of that zone defense in professional football, you've got to go to your backs underneath. And that time, Cleo Miller made a fine move on the linebacker and got the first down. Ball at the 49 of Michigan. They mark it. Carter wide right, Holloway wide left. Again, Miller and Lacey split. Fake handoff to Lacey, dropping the throw as Hebert. He slips, and he tosses the ball. Whoa! Against the feet. Intended for a diving Holloway at the 20-yard line of Philadelphia. Just overthrown. Holloway quit running. Holloway thought that Bobby Hebert had slipped, I think, and just slowed up for that instant. Bobby Hebert displaying the strong arm he's got. He got his balance back and just threw a bomb down the left sidelines, and I think it could have been the fault of the receiver that time, Fred. If he would have kept running directly down the left sidelines, that pass would have been perfect.
Bobby Hebert, believe it or not, Paul, had a threat made against his life this week here in Denver. They had to put special protection around it.
Some beauties around, aren't you?
Second and 10 for Michigan from their own 49. Holloway again left, Carter wide right, back split behind Hebert in the backfield. Hebert fakes the handoff, dropping to the 40. Plenty of time, clears it out left side to Lacey. Lacey on the run over the 50 to the 45. Has a first down inside Philadelphia territory at the 38-yard line. Slide down at the 37. Scott Warner making the tackle of Kenny Lacey, the running back from Tulsa. It looks like the penalty will go against the Michigan Panthers.
Well, they clipped. They had the screen set up on the left side. Ken Lacey did a fine job getting the first down. It is pushing against Michigan. That'll cost them the first down.
And this is something that the Panthers have not been doing recently, making the mistake in this crucial time. And there's the first down taken away by a miscue on the part of the Michigan Panthers.
Ooh, what a turnaround. Instead of a first down at Philadelphia's 37-yard line, they're going to bring it all the way back to their own 40-yard line.
Loss of down. Third down.
Well, Holloway, who stopped running on the last pass, committed the foul that time.
And it's a loss of down penalty also, so it's going to bring up third down. And they need at least 20.
So we'll have Carter going wide to the right side, Holloway left. End in sight on the right side is Mike Cobb, back split behind Hebert in the backfield on the 3rd and 20 from the Michigan 39.
Taking a blitz. Philadelphia's taking a blitz. Let's see if they come.
Panther quarterback Hebert has Lacey step up right behind him. Now Hebert dropping the throw, setting up the 32. Gone with a pitch ball, complete to Carter. Go to the first down at the 43-yard line, but out of bounds. They mark it at the 44, but it's going to be short of the first down in Philadelphia territory.
Very important pickup here because depending on where this punt goes out of bounds or if it's returned, they got about 17, 16 yards back. So it's going to give the punter a little bit of a much better chance, Fred, of kicking his football and putting Philadelphia back deep in their own territory.
So David Greenwood, who did not have a punt block during the regular season and averaged over 41 yards a kick, will be looking to the man who's waiting to return the punt, Scott Warner, back at the 10. It's 4th and 3 from the Philadelphia 44 for the Michigan Panthers.
Pretty good athlete back there. They better rush him.
Snap back, kick to the near sideline. The ball will go out of bounds at about the 3-yard line. They mark it at the 6-yard line. The ball took a skip out of bounds at the 6.
Now, going back, what I was talking about, Fred, that 17-yard pickup on the catch enabled David Greenwood, like what I was talking about, to get that opportunity to kick it out. So that very, very important 17-yard pickup pass to Anthony Carter has enabled Michigan now to have very fine defensive field position.
Well, we understand at kickoff the temperature was 85 degrees, but it feels rather humid here in Denver.
It's a beautiful day. Well, I tell you, it's so clear out here. My man, DeVito, sweet Kentucky babe, Dave Morelli took me to play golf today down at a place called Perry Park. Might have been the best golf course I've ever seen in my life around here.
Well, there's a timeout down on the field. Now we can talk about your golf game. I understand you would like to play in this altitude here every day.
You talk about kickers liking it. The golfers like it out here. You can hit a ball a mile around here. But anyway, this is a gorgeous area, and we've had a wonderful time. The USFL, the Denver people, Craig Martin and Denver Gold, has showed everybody around this week. And we've had a real fine time there. The group of ABC Radio has just been wonderful for me and my wife, and we want to thank everybody taking a shot at that.
Well, we have 6 minutes, 33 seconds remaining in the first quarter. So far, no score. Everybody expected one of these high-scoring, slinging the ball all over the place kind of ball game.
That's right. We got 6:30 to go still in the first quarter. But, you know, that's sometimes we see that. Teams just playing back and forth for the first quarter. All of a sudden, both these teams have come out of the doldrums and start putting some points on the board.
So Chuck Fusina now will operate 1st and 10 from his own 6-yard line.
Now they got to be very careful not to turn it over down here. And, of course, that's exactly what Michigan would love to see.
High stack behind Fusina. Looks like Irvin and Bryant. Bryant gets the pitch right side, following a block. Takes the corner of the Phea up to the 15 and out of bounds. At the 12-yard line, 16-yard line. Elvin Bryant, the big guy out of North Carolina with a run, has the first down for the Philadelphia Stars. John Arnaud making the push out at the 16.
Well, they just got good blocking on the right side. As I said, I think I might have been a little bit high. I think I said that offensive line averages 280. They average 270, but that's awful big, folks. They average about 6'5". And one of the good reasons is Irv Eaton, the right tackle. They run a lot to the right. Kelvin Brown loves to run off that right side with Irv Eaton down front of him.
Ball marked at the 17, 1st and 10 for Philadelphia. Handoff goes to the running back, Alan Harvin. Harvin stutter steps over the 20. Harvin to about the 21-yard line, and he is stopped there by the Michigan Panthers. Making the tackle, Alan Hughes, the right defensive end. Hughes, who has a great off-season job. He's the bodyguard for Tommy Hearns, the boxer. Hughes' dad played 4 years for the Harlem Globetrotters.
As good as Hearns can fight, I don't think he needs a bodyguard. Anybody, for heaven's sake.
Well, Hughes, 6'3", 260, you wouldn't want to mess with him.
No, I'd rather mess with him than Hearns.
2nd and 7 following the 3-yard gain on the 20 for Philadelphia. 5:51 to play in the first quarter. Man in motion left side. Hand off to Kelvin Bryant. Bryant tough running as he gets to the 22, and that is about it. David Tipton, the nose tackle there for the Michigan Panthers. David Tipton, who was signed by the Michigan Panthers after he worked as an iron worker in North Dakota. I think I'd trade playing football for being an iron worker.
This is having fun. They're having fun down there. Listen, folks, this is a young league. This is a young team. The Michigan Panthers have 28 rookies on their roster. Philadelphia has 23. So what I call a rookie is coming right out of college, a rookie, or 1 year in the league. A lot of that 1-year veterans are not much.
35 for the Philadelphia Stars. They're all 22. Fusina with a quick pass, incomplete. Intended for Willie Collier. Over the middle, it was overthrown. So it'll be a 4th down, and Landetta will kick for the 3rd time this afternoon. The first time he kicked a skyrocket. The 2nd time a low line drive that Anthony Carter was able to return.
And one of the most exciting plays, of course, in football is the punt return if it's executed right. They've got the right man for it, Anthony Carter.
And Landetta gets the ball away. A towering ball this time. Carter retreating, calling for the fair catch at the 23. Bobbled the ball, but made the catch at the 23. That ball was just skyrocketed by Sean Landetta, and Anthony Carter called wisely for the fair catch at the 23.
That little 55-yard punt from the line of scrimmage.
Take it any time.
Boy, he's a good punter.
You know, he went to that, mentioned earlier, Townsend State. It's not a big school. But you find some of your best kickers, your specialty players, from small schools. Look at Novo Boyotis for the Michigan Panthers. He played his college football at Central Michigan. Started out as a soccer player. Wide to the right side on the 1st and 10 for the Panthers in the wrong 24 is Holloway. Carter wide to the near side. Back split behind Hebert in the backfield. Don't score in the ball game. 4:56 to play in the first quarter. Hand off to Miller. Coming to the near side left. Miller at the 20. Gets away from the tackler there. Up over the 25 to the 26-yard line. Scott Warner had him back at the 20, but Cleo Miller fought away from the tackle to get up to the 26. Finally, John Brooks corralled Cleo Miller, the veteran running back, who attended Arkansas Pine Bluff.
Well, he turned a 3-yard loss in his 2-yard game. Scott Warner playing the strong safety in that Philadelphia Star defense. The former All-American at the University of Georgia. He's got 8 interceptions on the year, and he is a fine, strong safety.
Holloway right, Carter split left. Back split, Miller and Lacey in the backfield behind Hebert on the 2nd and 8. Bobby Hebert awaiting the snap from Wayne Radloff. Hands off right side to Lacey. Miller throws a block. Lacey turns at the 30. Up to the 35 to the 36-yard line. First down for the Michigan Panthers. Good block thrown by Cleo Miller.
Boy, did you see him put his head down and run right over Antonio Gibson, the left cornerback. Lacey, real good, hard running. He knew exactly how many yards he needed for the first down. Boy, that's what you like to see in a running back, Fred. Boy, he just turned it on. He saw those first down markers, and he wanted it.
One of the highlights for Ken Lacey this year, May 16th versus New Jersey. 156 yards on 22 carries, 70 yards better on the night than Herschel Walker, and he really treasures that night. Imagine. 1st and 10 for Michigan, they're all 35. Holloway and Carter split left this time, end inside right side. Hebert fakes the handoff to Lacey, dropping the throw at the 26. Going off for Carter! Carter off there! Almost intercepted by Warner at the 15, off the fingertips of Carter after the tip.
He could have had it. He had it right in his hands. What a bomb. Bobby Hebert showing that good, strong arm. Play action, first down, and he just let it happen down the left sideline. Anthony Carter had his man beaten back there. They had inside-outside on him and still didn't cover him.
Jonathan Sutton got his fingertips on the ball possibly as Carter could not control it at the 15 of Philadelphia. Incompleted pass. It's the first big bomb of the night. At least a try for the bomb.
And it was there. Carter could have had that. It would have been a good catch. It was right there.
So Jonathan Sutton, who was the best man-to-man coverage man in the backfield for Philadelphia, had the assignment of Anthony Carter, and he pulled it off that time.
Well, no, he got beat. What he got, the pass just wasn't right on target. He had him for about 2 steps. He just couldn't keep it going.
2nd and 10 got beat for Michigan from their all 35. Pass left side as pressure was coming to Hebert, and as Lacey caught the ball at the 30, but he was tackled immediately by John Bunting, the veteran.
Out of North Carolina, 11-year veteran, played with the Philadelphia Eagles. He read the screen beautifully.
3rd down and 15 now following the 5-yard loss for the Michigan Panthers. And the Panthers really have not been able to generate much of an offense this evening. We have 2:56 to play in the first quarter. No score in the football game.
Nope, they're going to have to come inside a little bit, I think. They're trying to go down to the sidelines in the passing game. And when you got 2 guys like this, you got to try to break that zone with a post or a deep turn in. And you got Carter and Holloway on the outside, and it'll open up.
Carter wide right, Holloway wide left. Hebert dropping the throw on the 3rd and 15. Has some time, comes up in the pocket on the run to the 30, to the 35, flag down, up over the 40, sliding down to the midfield stripe as Bobby Hebert has the first down, but there's a flag back at the 36-yard line of Michigan.
Let's check it out. It's in the vicinity of holding. I don't think so. Bobby Hebert is pointing towards Philadelphia. He needed 15. He got 20. We're going to have a first down and a big first down.
Holding will be the call against the Philadelphia Stars. So Bobby Hebert, who during the course of the year only ran for 35 yards, comes up with 20 this time.
They got half of it almost right there.
He had a big one.
Just running down to the end of the first.
On the defense, number 23, going is the time. First down.
Antonio Gibson, the culprit. So as you heard, a first down for the Michigan Panthers. The ball Nose inside the 50, the Philadelphia side of the 50 for the Michigan Panthers. 2:27 to play first quarter. Carter will flip wide right. Speedster from the University of Michigan coming to the near side. Left former Razorback. Derek Holloway. Back split. Miller along with Lacey in the backfield behind Hebert. Hebert, the quarterback, awaiting the snap from Georgia's Wayne Radloff. He gets it. Fakes the handoff to Miller. Hebert dropping the throw. Down the middle of the pass. Completes the Cobb. Cobb with the reception. At the 25, to the 20, inside the 15 to the 14-yard line. Mike Cobb, a first down for Michigan.
Oh, what a good strong arm. Bobby Hebert, he just threw it like a bullet. Mike Cobb, the 6-year veteran out of Michigan State, 6'5", 255 pounds. It was right about the shoulder pads and a good catch. Warner was right there, but it was just a bullet. And Bobby Hebert had a few incompletions, but he put it right there.
Bobby Hebert,
37 yards on that pitch.
So Bobby Hebert now will have it received first and 10 from the 14-yard line of Philadelphia. 1:45 to play in the first quarter. No score yet in the ball game. Michigan with it first and 10 from the 14 of the Stars. Hebert, as the Philadelphia defense shifts, dropping to throw, setting up the 20, plenty of time. Now he's going to be hit. He throws the ball incomplete, intended for a diving Theo Miller at the 11-yard line.
I think he's going to get credited with his sack. I think Sam Mills, if it's number 54. But he was under the grasp of one of the on-rushing defensive linemen. It was Dave Ophar, number 94, the nose guard, and he's going to lose about 5 yards here.
Dave Ophar playing for Penn State, of course, national champions last year. Here he has another championship try tonight. 2 in 7 months. 6'4", 250-pound nose guard. Second and 15 now for the Michigan Panthers from the 18-yard line of the Philadelphia Stars. Carter wide left, Holloway wide right. Two backs to the backfield behind Hebert, who wants to throw again.
Safety blitz.
Hebert throws, complete to Miller at the 16. Miller tackled immediately. Far side at the 16-yard line. Coming up with a tackle immediately, Mike Lush, the free safety.
And he better, because they blitzed. And Lush had the receiver man-to-man on the outside. If he misses the tackle, could have been 6.
So it's just a short gain on that pass. It'll be a 3rd and 13 for the Michigan Panthers. They mark the ball at about the 16-yard line. Jeff Gabrielson coming in strong to apply pressure on quarterback Bobby Hebert that time. 3rd and 13 from the 16. Carter wide right, Holloway wide left. Miller and Lacey splitting in the backfield behind Bobby Hebert. 21 seconds to play in the first quarter. Hebert awaiting the snap with 16 on the clock. Gets it, dropping to throw, setting up at the 25. Plenty of time now. Goes to the end zone with a pass. It is incomplete. Intended for Anthony Carter at the 3. Carter leaping, had the ball straight over his arm, dropped it, and tried to dive to catch it before it
Well, it was just good defensive coverage that time. Bobby tried to drill it in there, tried to force it in there. He was doing a turn-in. Carter on the right side, coming across to the post on the turn-in, and Hebert was just trying to wait a little bit, and it was just real good defensive coverage. Mike Lush was right there again.
Also, Scott Warner back there. So here comes Novo Boyovich, the man who puts garlic in the sock on his kicking foot. Good luck.
Yes, I'm serious. Okay, 18 out of 29 on the year. I don't care about the garlic.
Okay, he's trying a 33-yarder this time to put Michigan in the lead. The kick high, the kick long, the kick is good.
All right, Michigan leads it with 3 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. Michigan draws first blood.
Paul, how important is we have the timeout as the teams now head to the sidelines to get ready to kick off? How important is it to draw first blood in a championship game?
Well, it always is. Listen, everybody wants to get on that board first, even though it was 3 points. Michigan had the big play with Mike Cobb, a 37-yard pitch. They got it right down there. They wanted to go for 7. They just couldn't get it in. And but Hovey just drilled it from 37 yards out. He kicked that football. Could have been good from 50.
Novo came to the United States in 1975, born in Titograd, Yugoslavia. And in fact, when his folks right back there to the old country, the folks back there think he plays rugby. Well, they don't know anything about football.
He's another one that keeps a touchdown.
Now that drive, 10 plays, 4 minutes, 37 seconds shoot up on the 33-yard field goal by Novo Boyovich. And Novo will tee the ball up below us at the 35-yard line. Back deep for Philadelphia, Allen Harmon. We just have 3 seconds to go in this first quarter here at Mile High Stadium. 3-0, Michigan leading. Boyovich will have his Panthers huddled back at the 30. Novo in his broken English gives the...
What do you think he did?
Yeah.
Okay, men, we go down and tackle the guy with the ball.
Novo probably hopes he doesn't have to tackle the guy with the ball. Boyovich with the ball at the 35. Harvin standing back at the 3-yard line to our left. Boyovich.
He's a good kicker. 18 out, 29 on years.
Approaches the ball. Good high kick. Harvin going back into the end zone about 3 yards, and he is waiting to see if he's going to come out. He won't. He goes down on one knee. It'll be a touchback, 1st and 10 for Philadelphia from their own 20-yard line, and there's the gun. To end the first quarter with the score, Michigan 3, Philadelphia nothing. This is the ABC Radio Network. Well, we're about ready to start the second quarter here at Mile High Stadium in Denver. Dan Lovett, Paul Horning, and yours truly, Fred Manfred, with the United States Football League's very first title game, 3-0. The Michigan Panthers currently leading the Philadelphia Stars. The Stars with the ball to start the quarter, 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. Paul, we'd like to welcome again around the world the Armed Forces Radio Network, more than 600 stations strong, and we welcome them to our broadcast, and we have been very happy to have them along the way
for many games. I think last week they heard the Philadelphia game, that exciting game with the Chicago Blitz, and now we're back with the championship game, fellas. We hope you enjoy it. Keep listening.
And, of course, this ball game is being broadcast to all 50 states, including that state that you love so dearly, Hawaii.
I love that Hawaii, I'll tell you. There's a lot of talk about Hawaii becoming a franchise.
I think it'd be a very good one.
Oh, I think it'd be fantastic.
1st and 10 for Philadelphia from its own 20-yard line. Receivers wide right, wide left. High stacked behind the quarterback, Fusina, in the backfield. Fusina gives off to Bryant. Bryant hit in the backfield by David Tipton. Slowed up, and then Bryant is snowed under back at the 18-yard line. David Tipton, the nose guard, a 4-year pro from Western Illinois, made the hit initially on the big guy, Kelvin Bryant. To slow him down, then the rest of the Panther teammates brought the big running back at the 18 to his stop.
Well, I like that little counter-action play. Takes a step to the right, tries to come back to the left. It took a lot longer than expected and was just too good a penetration on the part of that Panther defense.
Bryant now 5 carries on the night. He's gained 22 yards. Wide to the right side is 50. Receiver split left. Is Fusina dropping to throw? He's 3 for 7 tonight to the air. Fusina with the pressure. Throws the ball away at the 10-yard line. No intentional dropping. Yes, we get it now. Nobody around the 10 for the Philadelphia Stars. Great pressure from Michigan.
And it's a good call because there wasn't a receiver over there at all. They're trying to say the tight end or one of the wide receivers, I think Rodney Parker was over there. But it was intentional grounding.
The pitch is grounded.
Good call.
On the quarterback. Walk it down. Third down.
Very good call by the referee back in the back.
So it'll be a 3rd down. The ball will be put down at the 5-yard line of the Philadelphia Stars. And the Stars really not generating much of an offense this evening.
Well, it's good defensive field position here, boys. Way 3rd and a lot of yards. Ball inside the 5. Crucial mistake here. Could almost see the start of something big as far as Michigan is concerned. They got to be very careful here. They come out of here with a little bit better field position for a punt, or they could get lucky, get the 1st down.
3rd and long yardage for Philadelphia from their own 5. 3rd and 25 for the Stars. Triple wide receivers in there. Fusina retreats to the end zone. He has the pressure running out of the end zone now to the 5. Fusina coming to the near side, out of bounds at the 7-yard line. Chuck Fusina, eluding the rush of the Michigan Panthers, decided to run the ball, flip it to the near sideline, out of the 7. Albert Gray, the right cornerback, ran him out.
I don't think he had any intention of throwing the football. As soon as he got back 3 yards deep in the end zone, he was looking to run right away. He didn't want to set up. I think he was a little bit afraid of being hit for a safety right there. So he ran right out of the end zone and out of bounds.
So, Sean Landeta, standing at the restraining line in the end zone, will be kicking to dangerous Anthony Carter. Carter standing at the 48-yard line of the Philadelphia Stars. Landeta really wants to boot it this time. Very little breeze here in the Mile High City. Landeta gets the ball. He kicks it high. Carter coming to the near side. Calls for the fair catch at his 49. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Michigan Panthers from their own 49.5-yard line.
Not a 43-yard punt.
We have 14 minutes to go in the first half. Michigan leading Philadelphia 3-0. There's a pause in the action. With that score, the Panthers 3, the Stars nothing. This is the ABC Radio Network. Back at Mile High Stadium in Denver, the Michigan Panthers will lead the football game 3-0, have the football, 1st and 10 from their own 49.5-yard line. Paul, it's very hot up here in the broadcast booth, so you imagine it's got to be pretty warm down on the field.
It's hot for these football players today. There's no question about it. It's starting to go into the evening. It's still bright and sunshine here in Denver. The field is covered with shade now, and it's a perfect playing conditions, I think, for the players.
Carve inside on the right side. Now we have Eccles back off the line. Carter wide to the left side. Eccles in motion from right to left. Back split. Williams in the ballgame for the first time tonight. Bothered by a toe. Gets the football. Williams up on the run to the 45 to the 42-yard line of the Philadelphia Stars with a flag back at the Michigan 47-yard line. John Williams, who did not start tonight because of turf toe, got the ball for the first time this evening. Took it outside left, but we have a flag back.
And he ran pretty good with that turf toe. He picked up 8. It's going to be brought back offside.
John Williams, 12 touchdowns during the regular season. You know, the first time he carried the ball at Wisconsin, he took it all the way to the end zone on a 40-yard touchdown run.
Well, he's a good one. He's a 14th round draft pick, I think, and that was a pretty good pick going against Michigan here. But, you know, this seems to be, every time we see Philadelphia play, this way they play. They get behind, they don't look too good in the first half, and all of a sudden in the fourth quarter, they come to life, put a lot of points on the board, and end up to win it.
Well, they call their defense doghouse defense because of the way they play, the tenacity with which they play, and they always seem to be digging themselves into a hole that they have to get out of.
Well, this is good field position for Michigan. They should try to put something on the board right here.
First and 15 for the Panthers, and they're on 45. Carter wide left, Holloway wide right as Hebert drops the close. Sets up the 36, walks it over the middle, incomplete to Williams at the 46-yard line. Williams had the ball just off his fingertips at the 46 of Michigan.
Maybe that's why they don't throw the ball a lot to Williams.
During the course of the regular season, 8 receptions for Williams for 80 yards, while he had carried the ball 153 times for 624 yards.
He didn't look too swift there trying to catch the football, did he?
Bobby Hebert, 5 of 12 today. Passing. Not a great day for Bobby Hebert, but he seems to get hot late in the ball game.
Yep. His tight end has been open. I think you might see him go to his tight end, Mike Cobb, again.
Second and 15 for Michigan. They're on 45. Hebert dropping the throw again. Hebert with pressure. Throws the ball. Complete to Mike Cobb at the 45-yard line. Now they rule incompletion. Cobb was hit immediately by Scott Warner. The ball nestled around Cobb's belt buckle, but then put it through.
He's looking for Cobb all the way. The big tight end had a turnout pattern called. And he's getting a little double coverage on the inside with the linebacker and the safety. So Mike Cobb, they respect him.
He was the leading pass receiver for Michigan during the regular season. He caught 3 last week in the playoff game.
He should have caught that pass. That was right there. It was an easy catch.
Third and 15 for Michigan now from their own 45 ball.
They need a big play. They had the ball first down at the 50-yard line, and the series has faltered offensively.
Carter wide to the left side. Holloway wide right, back split behind Hebert, dropping to throw again. Bobby lost the pass. Complete to Williams. First down. Carter spinning to the 34-yard line. Tackled there by Mike Lark.
Well, they needed 15, and they got 20. Seems as if Bobby Hebert, so far here in the first half, has been able to come up with a couple of big plays. One to Mike Cobb for 37, and now one to Anthony Carter for 21 yards.
The ball at the 34-yard line of Philadelphia. First and 10 for the Panthers, who lead in the football game 3-0 with 13:07 to play in the first half here at Mile High Stadium. This is the United States Football League title game. Wide to the right side, a single receiver, Frank McLean. Back, Lacey and Miller split behind Hebert, end in tight right and left. Hebert now will call a timeout, as he saw something on that defense that he did not like, or couldn't solve.
Or didn't want to call the play into that defense.
Well, there's a timeout on the playing field of this United States Football League Championship game. With the score, Michigan 3, Philadelphia nothing. We'll be back to the USFL title play after this. 3-0 here at Mile High, Michigan over Philadelphia. We pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the ABC Radio Network. Michigan leading on the scoreboard and in total yards, 130 to 46 for the Stars.
Well, that's good and bad. Michigan's got the yardage battle won easily here so far. The first half. They've only got 3 points up on that board. I think it would behoove them to put 7 points on the board now. If Philadelphia holds this team to a field goal in this drive, the defense will have done a good job. And you're looking at, almost 200 yards in offense, only 6 points.
Again, we have the double tight ends, and Mike Cobb, Don Eccles, lone wide receiver, and McLean. We have Miller and Lacey split in the backfield. In motion to the near side is Eccles. Hand off to Cleo Miller. Miller comes up to the 35. Miller to the 30, to the 25, and driven out of bounds at the the 24-yard line. Mike Lush again applying the hit on Cleo Miller, and it's awfully close to another first down for Michigan.
Well, I tell you what, there goes a flag. There goes a flag now.
The tempers, we talked about the flare between these two teams.
I tell you, one thing I do like about these Michigan running backs, boy, they get around the corner. They put their head down. They don't go out of bounds. They take picks on those cornerbacks. This is going to go against Michigan for jawing. A very stupid penalty here for the Michigan Panthers. They had a 2nd and 2 at the 25-yard line, and he said something to the referee. And now they go on a legal procedure.
Number 74 on the middle line. He got in court.
Legal formation. Well, legal formation. Well, you know, there was a lot of talk here about a lethargic attitude, who cares attitude about this USFL title game in Denver. Well, they sold all of the souvenirs for this USFL title game already.
Well, it's going to be, looking back years to come, as I say, I was at the first USFL, and here's the T-shirt. You never know what it may be worth.
First and 15 for Michigan. From the Philadelphia 39-yard line, Carter, the long line receiver, he's splitting left, double tight ends again, back split behind Hebert in the backfield. Bobby to throw, setting up at the 47, pumps, he's going to be hit, and he's stopped at the 44. Coming in, John Brooks, the linebacker, to wrap up Hebert from behind and drop him.
Got a starter offense, this team. They go backwards for a while, then they get 3rd, 15, they pick up the first down.
It's going to be 2nd and 19 now for Michigan from the 43-yard line of the Philadelphia Stars. And the Panthers have been employing the double tight end offense rather than having Holloway and Carter in at the same time.
Well, they threw a lot of long patterns to Holloway and Carter in that first quarter. They're probably a little bit tired.
Now we have Carter going wide left, Holloway wide right. Again, Miller and Lacey, the backs in the backfield behind. Quarterback Hebert, who wants to throw again. Hebert in his own territory at the 49, sets up, throws a pass, incomplete, second drop of the night for Anthony Carter. Carter had the ball at the 33 of Philadelphia. Just as he wanted to turn to run, he dropped the ball. Roger Jackson defending.
Heard a little footsteps over there. Carter wanted to run before he caught it. He knew he was going to get hit. As soon as the ball was delivered perfectly on target, good timing, good move by Carter to the outside. In fact, Bobby Hebert read the defense beautifully. They had Holloway double covered on the other side, so he went weak side.
Very uncharacteristic for Anthony Carter to drop 2 passes in a single evening, and he's done it tonight. Carter wide to the left side, Holloway wide right, Lacey and Miller splitting in the backfield behind Hebert on the 3rd and 19 from Michigan from the 43 of Philadelphia. Warner up into the line from the backfield is for Flint, Philadelphia. The blitz is on. Hebert rolling right. Escapes one tackler. Throws downfield. The pass is intercepted. Intercepted by Mike Lush along the near side. Up over the 40, 45. Into Michigan territory. Lush is down at the 44-yard line of the Michigan Panthers. Mike Lush picked off the ball in front of the intended receiver, the tight end. Lush took it along the near sideline. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Philadelphia Stars from the 44 of Michigan. The pass is intended for Echo.
There's a flag down. It's going to be a personal foul. Maybe on John Brooks, number 53. He's behemoth down there. It's going to go against Philadelphia. Mike Lush, big interception. And I tell you, they threw everything with the kitchen sink at Bobby Hebert. A full blitz was on, forcing Bobby Hebert out of the pocket, and he made a mistake. He should never have thrown that football downfield up for grabs.
Mike Lush, 6 interceptions during the regular season. Is that another flag thrown, or are they just throwing it back to the official ball? Maybe they're just giving it back to the officials, because we saw a flag fly.
Oh, they're hot. And I tell you, there's one criticism that I do have in the USFL. I think there's too many flags. Now, I know there may be a lot of penalties, but I think next year you're going to see it. We have a lot of penalties.
Well, the penalty looks like it's going to be roughing the passer here. Roughing the passer called against Philadelphia.
I don't believe that, I tell you. Philadelphia may be a little hot. Roughing the passer. After he delivered the football, he was roughed out of bounds.
Jeff Gabrielson, the man being charged with roughing the passer. And Gabrielson was hot after the flag went down. So it's a 1st and 10 for Michigan in the 28 of Italy.
Go over that again very quickly. Hebert, when he released the football, he threw an interception. When he went down on the ground, Jeff Gabrielson roughed him up. That's when we have it, Michigan football at the 28.
1st and 10, Carter wide left, Holloway wide right.
I think you ought to run one.
Hand off right side, comes to Miller. Miller to the 25, to the 44, up the football. Lush picks it up. Goes to the 15, to the 20. Lush out of bounds at the 23-yard line. And then Lush is banged by Tom Northbrook out of bounds. The flag down.
And it should be. penalty. Dornbrook, very stupid penalty again. Dornbrook on a stupid penalty, knocked the guy down. It's going to be 15 against Michigan. So Dornbrook, who banged Rush out of bounds, will be penalized here. And going on down there now. These two teams, as we said, have bitter words between them. Leo Miller had the first down, couldn't hold on. He has had a history of fumbling the football. Leo Miller didn't hold on. He had about a 9-yard gain. Now the ball will be marched upfield. Over the 30. The 38-yard line of the Philadelphia Stars for the Stars. Actually, it was on the offense who went on the defense following the fumble recovery, and it was Tom Dornbrook who had heated words tonight week with the general manager, Carl Peterson, of the Philadelphia Stars. So it's first and 10 for the Philadelphia Stars, their own 38-yard line. You see it dropping the throw. Dumps it out right side to Harmon. Harmon to the 40, to the 45. Harmon out of bounds at the 47-yard line of the Philadelphia Stars. David Greenwood pushing him out there. Shy of the first down by a yard. Well, Michigan had an excellent opportunity to put some points on the board. They got it back on an unusual penalty to the quarterback out of bounds after he's thrown an interception. Comes right up with the fumble, and now Michigan got it in a big break. Right now for Michigan, they got an excellent field position right at the 47-yard line, second and about 1.5. And it's the Stars trailing in the football game. 3-0 with 11:34 to play in the half. Fusina gets it off the ball. Drives to the midfield line to the 45 of Michigan to the 44 of the Panthers. Calvin Bryant, and Bryant is hopping as he gets up. He is pounding his hands. First down for the Philadelphia Stars. Ray Bentley, the fine linebacker for the Michigan Panthers, making the stop. Bentley from Central Michigan was the Mid-America Conference Player of the Year last year.
You know, it seems to me that Michigan is playing a lot more out of control. Philadelphia is in control of their offense.
Quarterback Fusina gives the ball off. Straight up goes Calvin Bryant. Bryant down to about the 41-yard line, and he is stopped. There was a report from the sidelines. We were talking about the double tight end setup for the Michigan Panthers. There's a report that Willie Collier, their wide receiver, is suffering from an upset stomach, and he's having trouble when he gets in the football game. John Banajak taking the tackle for the Michigan Panthers that time.
Listen, about that upset stomach, you better get it up in a game like this and go ahead and play.
Second and 7 for Philadelphia.
What's an upset stomach in a game? I don't understand that.
From the 41-yard line of Michigan, Fusina to throw again. Some time. Throws over the middle. Complete to Harmon at the 35. Harmon fumbles the football at the 30. Rolling out of bounds. It'll be Philadelphia ball at the 29-yard line. David Greenwood applied the hit, causing the fumble. It rolls out of bounds for Philadelphia at the 29.
John Carter was right there also. I tell you, Fusina was in trouble. He had nobody to throw to. Took a step a little over to his left and up, and Alan Harvin broke free, coming underneath on a little delay. I tell you, this has become a wild football game. But I still think Philadelphia's a little bit more control. Michigan plays a little, helter-skelter. They're coughing up the football, making some silly mistakes.
12-yard gain. It's first and 10 for Philadelphia from the 29 of Michigan. 10-13 to play in the first half. Michigan leading the Stars 3-0. Fusina with the back foot behind him, dropping the throw. Fusina pumps one, has some pressure. Going to the end zone with a long bomb. Incomplete. Clarence Chapman may have picked the ball away from Scott Fitzke in the end zone. Incomplete.
I don't think so. I think Clarence Chapman didn't see the ball. Scott Fitzke was just a little bit overthrown. He had one hand on the football, and Chapman back there was just had his back turned. So he had the coverage right there. I tell you, he went for the home run.
He went for the bomb, and they say that Fusina cannot throw deep. He did that time. He had the ball out there on the line. So it'll be at the 29-yard line. Second and 10 for Philadelphia in Michigan territory. 50 wide right. We have Rodney Parker split left. Back split behind Fusina in the backfield on the second and 10. Fusina dropping the throw. Fusina setting up at the 37. Going to the left corner of the end zone this time. Complete to Rodney Parker for incomplete now. He dropped the football.
Oh, Carter. Rodney Parker had the football for a minute. I don't think they really did not have possession of it inbounds. He ruled touchdown right away. Threw up his arms, and he said, now they're going to bring it back. Visual line of scrimmage will be the 29-yard line, and it's incomplete.
That was a tough one for Rodney Parker, the 5-year pro from Tennessee State. He had 6 in his hands, and then they ruled incompletion. Parker, on that play, had beaten Oliver Davis, the right cornerback. Parker had the ball, and then he dropped it.
I'll tell you one thing. It seems to me that I'd give that ball to Kelvin Bryant a little more running the football. They've been having some success there. They get it down here and they start throwing on first down. Not a bad idea to give it to Kelvin Bryant.
Well, Booker Russell and Alan Harvin in the backfield. Kelvin Bryant not in the game. We have double wide receivers left on the 3rd and 10. You see the throw is hit by Corker, but gets the ball away. The pass is complete. And a flag down at the 23-yard line. The reception made under heavy attack by Scott Fitzke, the favorite receiver of Fusina. But that time, John Corker, the sackman, got his arm on the shoulder pads of Fusina as he threw the football.
Well, there again, Michigan playing a little out of control on defense. Going to come up with a defensive penalty, I think. We'll check it out. But one of the things I don't like about this league is that there's so many penalties in this league. And, there's an old adage in professional football. If you really want to call, you can call it, you can throw the flag on every play. And this league has just seen so many penalties. Maybe number 21 of defense, first down.
Oliver Davis caught holding that time, so it's a 1st and 10 for Philadelphia from the 23-yard line of Michigan.
Well, both these teams have had ample breaks now. There it is. Philadelphia gets a big break, and they've got Kelvin Bryant back in, and I don't see why you don't give the football to this young man. Let him run with it on first down.
Russell and Bryant in the backfield split. In motion to the right side goes Fitzke, wide receiver left Collier. Fake handoff to Bryant, bootleg left to Fusina. Fusina throwing the ball. Incomplete. Intended for a diving receiver, Folsom at the 10-yard line. Folsom could not hang on.
There it is. It was a perfect play. A good call that time because Folsom was wide open. Just a 4-pass thrown by Chuck Fusina. He was so wide open. If he throws any kind of a pass, Folsom just catches the ball and walks in for second.
He had the touchdown. That's the second time. Just a few plays ago, they had Rodney Parker in the end zone with a pass that Parker dropped.
Well, they faked it to Kelvin Brown on a sweep to the right side. Could have come up with 6 then, because you're going to have to say that's a good call. Just 4 pass that time. You've seen it to his tight end.
Collier and Fitzke splitting wide right to the near side. Left is Tom Donovan. Back split behind Fusina on the 2nd and 10. Hand off to Harvin. Harvin at the 25. Moves out of the 20 to the 15. Harvin written out of bounds at about the 14-yard line by John Arnott.
Good draw play that time inside of John Corker, who was on a blitz from the defensive right side, and he ran right back Corker.
The ball marked at the 14.5-yard line. It's a 3rd and 1 for Philadelphia. The Stars trailing in the football game 3-0. 9:37 to play in the first half here at Mile High Stadium in Denver. Dan Lovett, Paul Horning, Flip Manfra bringing the football game your way.
Guess who's going to get it now?
Would it be Kelvin Bryant possibly?
They run it, I give it to him.
Wing on the right side and inside left. High stacked behind Fusina. Guess who has it? Bryant. Bryant leaps over the line for the first down. Down to the 11-yard line. First down for the Philadelphia Stars. The ball will be marked at about the 11.5, maybe the 12-yard line of Michigan.
Michigan defense jawing a lot. They're talking a lot to the offensive linemen and the offensive back.
Looks like that time David Tipton and Kelvin Bryant had a few unpleasant words for each other.
I tell you, Kelvin Bryant likes it tough. He's one good running back, I'll tell you.
Ball sitting at the 12-yard line of Michigan for Philadelphia.
He sticks his nose in there. He likes combat, it looks like. Doesn't shy away from it. Running back.
Parker and Fitzke splitting left, end in tight right. High stacked behind Fusina. Now in motion right side is Fitzke. Fitzke stops behind the quarterback, continues to run it off. Fumbled by quarterback Fusina. We saw that a lot last week.
I don't understand it. They've about 21 games into the year now. They should get the quarterback snap from center.
Looks like Fusina may have recovered his own fumble as he did several times last week against Chicago in the playoff game.
Oh, that was an important recovery by Chuck Fusina. If he doesn't get it back, Michigan's got it. They had 3 white jerseys all over Chuck Fusina that time. Fusina came up with the football.
Loss of 1, 2nd and 11 for Philadelphia from the 13 of the Panthers. Collier and Fitzke splitting wide right. Coming to the near side left, we have Rodney Parker. Back split behind Fusina in the backfield. 2nd and 11 for Philadelphia from the 13 of Michigan. Fusina, long count, waiting for the snap from both guys to call a timeout. Fusina pull out.
Once you're inside, once you put your hands inside the center, you can't pull them out, I don't think. Well, he's going to get away with it. He's going to call a timeout.
Well, there's a break in the action here in Denver with a score, Michigan 3, Philadelphia nothing. This is the ABC Radio Network. Well, here back at Mile High Stadium, 8:15 to play in the first half of this United States Football League Championship game. And Novo Boyovic's field goal has given the Michigan Panthers a 3-0 lead over the Philadelphia Stars. The Stars with the football, 2nd and 11. The ball at the Michigan 13-yard line. And again, the Stars plagued by the exchange from center Bart Oates to quarterback Chuck Fusina.
And we understand that's happened all year long. We saw it happen last week 4 times against the Blitz in the playoffs.
Back, split in the backfield behind Fusina on the 2nd and 11. We have Bryant along with Carve. Collier wide to the left side. 2 receivers split right. Quarterback Fusina dropping the throw. Setting up the 22. Some pressure going to the end zone for 50. 50 makes the reception, but he's out of bounds as he comes out with a football in the far right corner of the end zone. Well, defending back there, Clarence Chapman.
They're trying to work on Clarence Chapman, I think. Would you, Fred?
Yes, I would.
It seems like every time they try to throw an important pass or a big play pass, they're going right after Clarence Chapman.
So it'll be 3rd and 11 for Philadelphia. Clarence Chapman, he knows he's being picked on as he goes to the defensive huddle, shaking his head a little bit.
He's saying, boy, I sure hope they call a zone over here so I can get some inside help.
3rd and 11 for the Stars in the 13 of Michigan. Double wide receivers left, a single wide receiver split right. Back split, Harvin and Bryant in the backfield behind Fusina. Fusina dropping the throw. Some pressure and loose one tackler. Rolling right. Fusina to the end zone with a pass incomplete. Defending back there was Clarence Chapman once again. The pass intended down there for Willie Collier. Chapman, as you said, being picked on. So David Trout, the diminutive David Trout, 5'6", 165 pounds, is looking forward to returning to Peru, to Bolivia, to become a bush pilot once again. Will begin to attempt the field goal on the 4th down.
Both these teams are so young, and they're so pent up, and the adrenaline's flowing, and they're playing out of control. If they could just get together and cool down a little bit, I think we see some good football.
Trout, who is attempting a 30-yard field goal, gets the ball back, picks it up to the upright, so we have a tie football game 3-3 with 7:18 to play in the first half. So there's a timeout in this USFL title game with the score. Philadelphia 3, Michigan 3. This is the ABC Radio Network. Trout, who has been bothered all week by back spasms, in fact couldn't practice one day because of the back spasms, has tied up the football game 3-3 and will be kicking off. He's a soccer-style kicker, played his college ball at Pitt, also kicked in the NFL for the Pittsburgh Steelers. He's a pretty good kicker in the NFL.
He's the best kicker in this league kicking off, I'll tell you that. He usually puts the ball seat up at the 35, and I think he's got a little wind here at his back. He should put this out of the end zone.
Lonell Phea to the near side right. Jerome Stelly left to our left, standing at the goal line to await the kickoff for the Michigan Panthers. 7:18 to play in the first half. Trout approaches the ball. He kicks a knuckleball, taking the football. No, dropping the ball. Jerome Stelly rolling back into the end zone. Stelly better come up with a football and come out. He better come out with a football, and they can't. Snowed under down in the end zone. Stelly touched that ball.
He sure did. He was trying to run it out of there.
And it was a two-pointer.
It is a safety. All he had to do was pitch the ball on the football, and they would have blown it dead, and they brought it back to the 20. And again, I've seen this happen so many times in professional football. These kids don't know the rules that well. They don't go over the rules that much to them. This kid did not know the position that he was in with that football.
So it'll be up at the 20-yard line where the 2 points.
I thought they were going to call it safety here, and I think that's what it was called. He was trying to get up and run with the football. He was down with it, and he tried to get up and run, and they were going to call it a touchback. Well, they got lucky there.
Well, we've seen them all this year.
We sure have.
So it'll be a 1st and 10 for Michigan from their own 20-yard line. Wide to the near side right, Carter. Holloway wide left. Back split again behind Bobby Hebert. Hebert, long count. And going in motion quickly, and the flag's going down Cleo Miller.
Well, he's made a lot of mistakes. He's missed a couple. He's fumbled. Now he just goes offside.
So what they're ruling is a muff on that kick and no possession given to Michigan.
I wasn't ruling.
First
touchdown offsetting penalty. What I was objecting to, it was a muff. There was no question about that. But it went into the end zone, and the young man who went back and got the football, all he had to do was fall down. But he was trying to pick it all up and run it out of the end zone.
Yep.
That's what I'm objecting to, see.
Carter wide right, Holloway wide left. Cobb in tight right side. Back split, Miller and Lacey in the backfield. Handoff on the draw to Lacey, and Lacey goes nowhere. As the ball was at the 15-yard line when they started, it stays the 15-yard line, 2nd and 15. Don Fielder making the tackle for the Philadelphia Stars, the right defensive end. 1-year pro from the University of Kentucky. 6'3", 240 pounds.
He's a good one, too. He's a good pass rusher. 8 quarterback sacks on the year for the Fielder.
Wide to the right side, Holloway. Wide left side, Anthony Carter. Back split, Miller. And Lacey in the backfield behind Hebert on the 2nd and 15 from the Michigan 15. Hebert, short drop, and there's a whistle.
Too much time? I was looking down at that 30-second clock. It's down to 0. That's what it was. He's looking around that defense, hoping to audibilize the Philadelphia Stars defense, jumping around. Got Bobby Hebert that time.
You know, Paul, during the season, having won 12 of the last 14 ball games, the Michigan Panthers look like a well-oiled football team. Here tonight, they're making up too many mistakes.
They really are. This has been a mistake. Played first half. Both teams have not looked good. They actually look a little bit sloppy. And I just think that they're too anxious to do well. And they're trying to force things. They've got to calm down, Michigan and Philadelphia, too.
Quarterback Hebert on the 2nd and 20 from his own 10, dropping the throw, lobs the ball out here to no one. Incomplete at the 30-yard line. Theo Miller, the closest receiver, was at the 25 along the near sideline. Jeff Gabrielson applying pressure and a hit to Bobby Hebert. So Hebert, the rookie quarterback, and that could be a key here, Paul. The nerves coming into the ball game. You don't think so?
No, heavens no. 27 touchdown passes on the year. He's had a sensational year. He comes into this game, and they're just all together. This whole game has not played. The execution has not been good. We thought we'd have a much better football game than 3-3, right? Both these teams are the best teams in the league, but they haven't played well at all.
6:14 to play first half. As Paul mentioned, a 3-3 tie. Michigan with a 3rd and 20 from their own 10. Hebert, plenty of time. He's going long to Carter. Carter makes the reception. Is he in or out of bounds? They move. One moves in, one moves out. The ball at the 37-yard line, it would be for a first down. Now it depends on which official will have the ruling.
One guy ruled it good catch. One guy ruled it incomplete. They're going to rule it complete at the 35. What a break.
What a break for the Michigan Panthers. They get the first down on a 37-yard strike from Bobby Hebert to Anthony Carter.
27 yards on the pitch to the left side to Anthony Carter. Boy, in that time, well, it's going to be ruled a catch. It was a sensational catch by Anthony Carter.
After 2 drops, he comes up with a big one.
Well, he's got the good bomb arm. I'll tell you, he can whip it.
Back split Lacey and Miller in the backfield. Double tight end. Carter split wide right on the 1st and 10 from the 37 of Michigan. Hebert gets it off to Lacey. Lacey up over the 40. Look at him marching forward to the 43, maybe the 44-yard line. Ken Lacey, great effort. But Ron Bunting the tackle.
Looks like he was going to pick up 3. Freddie picked up 7.
Now Lacey has a lot of heart, a lot of drive. The number 6 draft choice in the USFL draft by the Michigan Panthers. Pass for a touchdown this year, a 38-yard touchdown pass to Derek Holloway in the final game of the regular season.
That's something we haven't seen yet, and I think we're going to see one before this game's over with. We haven't seen any flea flickers at all. We haven't seen a reverse to any of the flankers. And, you know, you got a guy like Anthony Carter. Wouldn't be a bad idea to give it to him on a reverse.
2nd and 3 for Michigan. They're on 44. Handoff to Miller. Miller ducking inside over the 45 to the 46-yard line, maybe the 47 for the veteran Cleo Miller. Sam Mills making the tackle. Where do they mark the football? First down. First down. Lacey with a carry that time. Kenny Lacey, 7 rushes, 36 yards for better than a 5-yard average, and that's what he had during the course of the year, better than 5 yards a carry. The only 1,000-yard rusher in the USFL to average better than 5 yards a carry. Carter wide right, ends inside right and left. Back split Miller and Lacey in the backfield behind Hebert on the 1st and 10 from the Michigan 48. Hebert launched out, Takes the handoff to Miller, dropping to throw. Some pressure. Rolling to the right side. He's going to be hit. He throws the ball complete to Anthony Carter for a first down at the 41-yard line. Carter scooping low to make the reception. Carter made a nice catch, and he may be hobbled. His left leg, it looks like he had the Charlie horse at his left thigh. Glenn Howard there for Philadelphia.
George Cooper put the pressure on. Got Bobby Hebert behind the linebacker, a rookie out of Michigan State. Putting a little heat on Hebert, but he found Anthony Carter in time for the first down, 12-yard pickup.
Carter out of the football game. His left thigh looked like it tightened up as he limped off the field to the far side. First and 10 for the Michigan Panthers. The ball at the 41-yard line of Philadelphia. Frank McLean replacing Carter, splits wide to the left side. Double tight ends again. We have Williams along with Lacey in the backfield, split behind Hebert. Hebert fakes the handoff to Williams, drops the throw, lost the pass out intended for Cobb. Hit before he had an opportunity to catch the ball. Pass interference will be the call against Philadelphia at the 27-yard line. Jonathan Sutton, the man who was a little over anxious.
Good call, Fred, right on the money. Jonathan Sutton came up, put the hit on Cobb, but the ball was not there yet. And that's the timing. That's just a guess of a timing. He's going after that receiver. Looks like he's going to make the catch. And Sutton got there just a fraction before the ball. Interference. And now in the USFL, it's a little bit different. They go back to the line of scrimmage, a 15-yard penalty.
And so that will mark the ball at the 26-yard line of Philadelphia.
Defensive pass interference. Number 26. First down.
Last time Michigan got down there, Cleo Miller coughs up the football.
First and 10 for Michigan from the 26 to Philadelphia. 3:55 to play in the first half. A deadlock, 3-3.
They're over 200 yards in offense. Michigan, they've only got 3 points.
McLean wide to the left side. Holloway wide right. Hebert gives off right side to Lacey. Lacey on the ramble to the 20-yard line. A gain of 6 by Ken Lacey. It'll be a 2nd and 4. Glenn Howard, the linebacker from Minnesota, making the stop. 3:39 to play in this first half. Michigan working down closer to the Philadelphia goal line. McLean out of the ball game. Anthony Carter back in. It looked like he had a Charlie horse when he went out. They apparently have massaged it. Carter, 5 catches, 77 yards, and he's a big man in that offense, of course, for Michigan. Carter wide left, Holloway wide to the right side. Williams and Lacey split in the backfield behind Bobby Hebert. Hebert gets the ball. Gives off right side to Lacey, and Lacey is tackled in his own backfield. Coming up with a big tackle, the veteran John Bunting.
Nobody blocked him. He was blitzing on the left side. Bunting, the veteran out of North Carolina, 11 years. Nobody blocked him at all, Fred. He just nice right through and got the running back.
So it'll be a 3rd and 9 now for the Michigan Panthers, and quarterback Bobby Hebert has had the knack this evening to come up with the big 3rd down play every once in a while.
One good thing about an offensive line, when you give your quarterback a lot of time, especially in a situation like this, if you give him a lot of time and everybody's covered, he's got time to take off and run and get the first down when you got that good pass reception.
3rd and 9 for Michigan from the 24 of Philadelphia. Carter going wide to the left. The pass from the quarterback Hebert to Carter at the 12. Carter to the 10. Carter driving to the end zone, goes out of bounds at the 1.5-yard line. First and goal to go for the Michigan Panthers. Good reception in heavy traffic. Anthony Carter.
But does he go for the end zone? He only weighs 165 pounds. But I'll tell you, they really step back out at they're marking at the 12-yard line. He may have stepped out of bounds. Anthony Carter, what a move. His 6th catch on a little square out. So they rule Anthony went out at the 12-yard line as he made the reception. But it's a big first down for Michigan.
Roger Jackson, the man beaten.
And a good pitch by Bobby Hebert in a square out pattern. No question, Philadelphia at halftime. We got 2:20 to go here in the first half. I tell you, Philadelphia at halftime is going to have to come up with something to stop Carter.
Well, we have a timeout called now by the Michigan Panthers. Bobby Hebert will have an opportunity to go over to talk to the coach, Jim Stanley, of the Michigan Panthers. Bobby Hebert, Northwestern Louisiana State, his school. And, of course, he played there with a great running back, Joe Delaney. And during the course of 1 year, Delaney had over 1,000 yards on the ground. But Bobby Hebert threw for over 1,800 yards in the air. So they must have been quite a 1-2 combination.
He sure is. He's got a good arm. He's got the good feet. And I tell you, with those 3 guys coming over from the Steelers, he's got the good offensive line in front of him now. It gives him that fine protection.
And the gentleman you speak of, Tyrone McGriff, Tom Dornbrook, and Ray Finney. We talked a little earlier about the feud between Dornbrook and Carl Peterson, the general manager of the Philadelphia Stars. Dornbrook was questioned about why he signed with the Michigan Panthers. He said, I really wanted to play for the Philadelphia Stars, and Carl Peterson didn't want to sign me. Carl Peterson said he wanted too much money, and then they developed into a little bit of a name-calling match, and the tempers flared again between the Philadelphia Stars and the Michigan Panthers.
The Philadelphia Stars is pretty happy with their right guard, Chuck Fusina. He's a little bit bigger, and he can run, and he's going to be a fine guard in this league.
Of course, Tom Dornbrook playing in Super Bowl 13 with Pittsburgh. Ray Binney, the right tackle for the Michigan Panthers, played in two big ones, 2 Super Bowls.
Comiskey, 6'4", 280 pounds, a rookie from Mississippi.
First and 10 for Michigan from the 12-yard line of Philadelphia. Holloway wide right, receiver split wide. To the left side is Carter. He's in motion to the right side now as AC. Quarterback Hebert rolling right, has protection. Looks downfield. Nobody open. Now he lost it in the end zone. Wide open, making the catch there. Holloway for the touchdown.
I tell you, does he show you a little poise? Did he show you a little poise that time on the rollout, Bobby Hebert? Beautiful. He rolled out to the right, and most of the time that's a dangerous pass. He threw back against the green, but Derek Holloway had slipped free right in the middle of the end zone, and he just lobbed a perfect strike for 6.
9-3, the Michigan Panthers now lead the Philadelphia Stars with 2:11 to play in the first half.
And this is typical of Philadelphia. They always let the other team, fool around a little bit, get 7 points to 10 points up, 2 touchdowns, and then they start playing a little bit better football in the second half.
Novo Bojovic, who missed the PAT try last week, has this one through, and with 2 minutes, 11 seconds to play in the first half here at Mile High Stadium, Michigan jumping out in front of Philadelphia by 7, 10-3. Well, Paul, that was the excitement we've been anticipating earlier in the football game.
Well, it was a good drive. The last time Michigan got down there, Cleo Miller coughed it up on a fumble. This drive took 5 minutes off the clock, 85 yards in 11 plays. And Michigan is on the board, and a couple of beautiful catches by Anthony Carter set up that touchdown pass to Derek Holloway.
10-3 the score. Of course, coming into the football game, the Philadelphia Stars having the best record in the United States Football League. During regular season play, 15-3. Of course, with the playoff victory last week, 16-3. The Michigan Panthers, who started out at 1 win and 4 losses, came in here having won 13 games, losing just 6.
I tell you, Bobby Hebert likes to go to Holloway, doesn't he? That's his 12th touchdown catch of the year.
And Bobby Hebert, who threw 27 regular season touchdown passes, looked cool as a cucumber that time as he tossed it into the end zone to the wide-open Holloway. Back deep, Alan Harvin standing for Philadelphia at the 3-yard line. Novo Bojovic will be kicking into a bit of a breeze here at Mile High.
Hebert was 5 out of 6 in that drive, Fred, for 64 yards and a touchdown. So he's now 11 out of 20 for 148 yards.
Not bad. Bojovic kicks it high, coming to the near side. Harvin angling, goes into the end zone a yard deep, up over the 5, 10 to the 15. Harvin on his feet at the 20 now, knocked down at the 22-yard line. Alan Harvin, and we should have a 2-minute warning upcoming as Jerome Stelly, a special teams player for Michigan, makes the hit on Alan Harvin. Now, Philadelphia will have the opportunity to tie the football game or get some more points on the board. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Philadelphia trailing 10-3. You know, a lot of knocks against Chuck Fusina this year, as Fusina, they say, can't throw long, he can't do this, he can't do that. But when you look at his record, at Penn State, he led the Nittany Lions to 29 victories, just 3 losses. We mentioned the Stars 16-3, losing 6 football games in that span of time. It's too bad for a quarterback who can't play the game.
He's a winner. He can play, too. And he can play in this league, and I just like him. He's a winner.
I see Mike Butler, the 6'7", 260-pound defensive tackle for Huro's team, the Green Bay Packers, has signed with the United States Football League with the Tampa Bay Bandits. And Butler will not play this fall for the Pack, but he'll have a little bit of a vacation and wait till next spring to play in the United States Football League. 2-minute warning here at Mile High Stadium. Of course, last week the Philadelphia Stars beat the Chicago Blitz in overtime, and I'm sure George Allen, the coach of the Blitz, sees that scoreboard emblazoned in his dreams. 44-38. The Stars came from a 38-17 fourth period deficit to upend the Blitz, and Michigan beat the Oakland Invaders 37-21 before more than 60,000 in the Pontiac Silverdome last weekend. for the Philadelphia Stars. It's Chuck Fusina, the 6'1", 195-pound, 4-year pro who played in the NFL at Tampa Bay, back up behind Doug Williams there, 79, 80, and 1981. We see Doug Williams still hasn't signed his contract with Tampa Bay this year. That's yardage. Michigan, 145, Philadelphia just 40.
You know, we're going to be reading about this, hearing about this. As long as there's two leagues, you're really going to see the salaries escalate. And there's a lot of people who believe that 5 years from now, there'll be a possibly, you know, we could have a common draft, you know, where both these leagues could get together. I don't think they're going to see any merger from these teams back to the NFL. This USFL is here to stay, and the NFL is, you know, a solid game. There's no question about it.
First and 10 for Philadelphia from their own 22. Receivers wide to the right, wide to the left, slot to the right side. Quarterback Fusina gives off Kelvin Bryant around the right. Bryant jukes at the 21, up over the 25 to the 26-yard line, tumbled down at the 27 by Allen Hughes, the right defensive end.
Well, he gets up quick and back in the huddle. He likes to play. Kelvin Bryant, they're working on a 2-minute plan. They run the sweep there. Kelvin Bryant, of course, with that great speed and cutback ability, could have broken a play there. He got 6.
1:34 to play in the first half. Philadelphia trailing. Fusina dropping the throw. Lofts the pass out right side. Off the hands. Incomplete. Intended for Alan Harvin, the 5'9", 200-pound rookie from the University of Cincinnati.
Boy, was Kelvin Bryant open on the delay over the middle. Kelvin Bryant, nobody was around him. The linebackers really had a deep drop.
1:28. Clock stop with the incompletion there. 10-3. Michigan leading the Philadelphia Stars. The Stars with the ball 3rd and 5 from their own 27-yard line. Coming to the near side left, Rodney Parker. Fitzke splitting wide to the right side. Donovan also right. Back split behind Fusina on the 3rd and 5 from the Philadelphia 27.
4-man rush now for Michigan. Watch Parker, 57. He blitzes almost every time, Fred. Look here.
Fusina dropping the throw as Corker is coming. Corker has him at the 14-yard line. The set man, John Corker.
I tell you, he just tipped it off. There's a flag down also. Back there. Let's check it out.
Well, they marked the ball at the 17 on the sack, and the flag was dropped back at the 12-yard line.
Inadvertently, I think. It's just a yellow towel. The yellow pants of the Philadelphia Stars. They have a little yellow towel for the quarterback to keep his hands back.
John Landeta will be kicking from the 3-yard line. Double safeties back for the Michigan Panthers. Landeta skies another one. Anthony Carter awaits the ball. He fumbles it at the 30, rolling backward. He picks it up at the 24, left side at the 25, to the 30, to the 40. Carter upended at the 36-yard line.
I'll tell you, he's quick.
Flag back, cat. Flag down at the 27-yard line of Philadelphia. Landeta came in to that spot, averaging 51 yards a kick.
Holding on the receiving team. Post-possession foul. Post-possession foul.
So with 1:09 to play in the first half and a 10-3 Michigan lead, the Panthers will have that penalty tacked on to where they have the football.
Post-possession foul. Holding against Michigan after Carter had received the punt. So that helps out Philadelphia, because they have plenty of time on the clock. They've got a couple timeouts left, and the ball is all the way up to the 37-yard line, so it's going to put it back about 20.
Now we wait the official to march it off. Ball coming back, and as Paul called it, it's going to be back
22
at the 20. Let's see where they mark it. He still hasn't put the ball down yet. Now he goes to the 18-yard line. Foul called against
74. That was Penny, Ray Penny, the tackle.
So it's a 1st and 10 for the Michigan Panthers. The ball at their own 18-yard line. 1:09 to play in this first half here at Mile High Stadium, the United States Football League title game.
They'll probably give it to Lacey. Let him see if he can get about 8 or 9 before they go in that 2-minute point.
Plain wide right, Holloway wide left. Hebert to throw. Bobby sets up at the 9. Pitches downfield to a leaping McLean. He has it at the 35. First down for Michigan at the 36-yard line.
Now, in the USFL, one of the changes of the rules, when they have a first down inside of 2 minutes, they stop the clock till they move the sticks up. So,
Antonio Gibson defending that time, but a first down for the Michigan Panthers at the 36-yard line, their own 36. And what are your friends coming up here at halftime?
Yes, sir. I hope my man Al Hurt will be up here with Dan. Dan Levitt at halftime.
So yeah, he played the national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner, and it stills up and down my spine.
He can play. I tell you, every time I go to North, we go down to the club and we see Al Hurt, and it's just a thrill just to listen to him play that horn. He is one of a kind.
We have a timeout down on the field following the 18-yard pass completion to Frank McLean, who played his college ball at North Texas State. 1:02 to play in this first half. It's been a very long first half here at Mile High. Time elapsed on our clock, almost, an hour and 40 minutes or so.
Well, we had a lot of timeouts, we had a lot of penalties, a lot of flags. That slows up the time. And most of the games now in professional football, because of the penalties and because of that, are over 3.5, 4 hours. You know, they're almost going over 3.5 hours every time, and football has become half an hour longer.
And also in the United States Football League, as you mentioned a little earlier, Paul, when they moved the chains here inside the 2 minutes, the clock stopped.
But I think they took a timeout here.
Yes, they did. They did that. 10-3, the Michigan Panthers leading on a Novo Boyovich field goal, and an Hebert to Holloway touchdown pass. A field goal, the only point on the board, obviously, for Philadelphia.
Now, Michigan should try to save their timeouts if the scoreboard is correct. They have one timeout left.
Holloway wide left, Carter wide right, back split behind Hebert on the 1st and 10 from the Michigan 37. Hebert with Linksey and Miller in the backfield. Dropping the throw, back pedals at the 28. Hebert pitches to complete to Holloway at the midfield stripe, and Holloway with the first down there at the 50 is driven back deep into Michigan territory by Jonathan Sutton, but the ball will go at the 50.
Two little turn-in patterns to Derek Holloway. First, he was lined up on the right side, went down, did a deep turn-in, then they lined him up on the left side, down and turned in. All he's got to do is see the outside safety. Philadelphia, of course, in a nickel defense.
Hurry up offense with under 54 seconds to play. Quarterback Hebert pitches downfield, complete again to Carter. Carter trying to elude a tackler at the 36-yard line. He can't do it. Hanging on for dear life, Mike Lush, and he brought down AC.
And again, everybody's open now. And that offensive line of Michigan is just giving Bobby Hebert all the time in the world to throw the football. He's over 200 yards throwing here in the first half.
1st and 10 for Michigan from the 35. Hebert flares it out left side, incomplete, too low for the outstretched hands of Ken Lacey at the 40-yard line.
Poor pass. Very poor pass.
Stopping the clock with 40 seconds to play in the first half. Michigan will have the ball 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line of Philadelphia. 10-3 the score. Michigan with the lead. Carter going out of the football game for the Michigan Panthers. Frank McLean in at wide receiver. McLean can fly as well. Not quite as fast as Anthony, but pretty good receiver.
I tell you, Anthony Carter's first half performance here, he's got 7 catches, close to 100 yards, and he adds to that in the second half. He's going to put some kind of record up there to be looked at for a long time.
Holloway wide left, McLean wide right, 2nd and 10 for Michigan, the 35 of Philadelphia, 40 seconds to play in the first half. Hebert retreating the throw, setting up, throws the ball near sideline, almost intercepted at the 29-yard line. Diving in front of the intended receiver, Frank McLean, was Jonathan Sutton.
Sutton almost came up with a very, very big interception. He timed it perfectly. Just couldn't quite hold on as he dived, left his feet, was sprawled out in the air and just couldn't hold on. He just covered Frank McLean like a glove on that square out pattern.
Out of the game, McLean in number 1, Anthony Carter for the Michigan Panthers. Carter will split wide right. Coming to the near side left is Holloway. We have Williams and Lacey splitting in the backfield behind Hebert.
And it's 3rd and 10, and they've been successful on turn-in, so why go away from it?
We'll see what he does. Hebert.
He should go to Carter because everybody's double covered the other side.
Hebert dropping the throw, setting up at the 43. Pressure, and Hebert hit and drop. Coming in quickly, George Cooper. The outside linebacker to nail Bobby Hebert back at the 41.
Carter had man-to-man coverage on the left side. If he only picks it up from the safety man, they could have had anything going over there.
32 seconds to play in the first half, and we have a timeout called by Michigan.
He's going to try a long field goal here.
Well, Novo Boyovich in the first game, the very first game Dan Lovett and I did, in fact, Craig Morton was doing color that game, down in Birmingham, Alabama. Novo kicked 2 49-yard field goals and a 48-yarder.
I think
he's checking the wind here.
Yes, I'm checking the wind a little bit. I think it's against him. The ball will be placed at the 48-yard line. It's a 58-yard field goal.
In practice this week, and I know it's only practice, he kicked one from 65.
All right. Yeah, but he had a 55-mile-an-hour wind in advance. No, seriously, he did kick several in practice from over 60 yards. Right. So maybe that's why Jim Stanley's going to try here with 32 seconds to play on the 4th and 16. See, that sack was a big sack. Instead of Bobby Hebert lost 11 yards on the sack, the line of scrimmage would have been about the 30-yard line on the incompleted pass. And ironically, the man who sacked the quarterback, George Cooper, went to Michigan State, so I'm sure he's got a lot of people listening to us up in Michigan on this ballgame.
I guess so. But Anthony Carter has really put on a show here in the first half.
So Novo Bojovic thinking about this field goal that he's going to have to kick of 58 yards. He's standing at the 49-yard line of Philadelphia. Whit Taylor, a quarterback, holds for him.
It's a pretty good position for a kicker. If he kicks it, he's a complete hero. If he misses, they say, so what? It's 58 yards.
Okay, the snap will be back momentarily to Taylor. It is back. The kick is up. The kick is blocked. Coming forward to the block it. The ball rolling loose. Picked up by the Philadelphia Stars.
Now the Stars have got turnaround here. 26 seconds left, but they got no timeouts on the clock now. Philadelphia with no timeouts remaining. Now they're going to try to go down and put 3 on the board.
So, Paul, do you feel that was pretty good then? A pretty good play?
Why not? Well, if they really felt he had a chance to make that field goal, I think they should have.
Well, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the ABC Radio Network. For Philadelphia, from the 47 of Michigan. Fusina to throw with 23 seconds. Fusina throws downfield to 50-50, incomplete at the 35-yard line of Michigan off his fingertips.
And the play's open for them, too. It's a turning pattern. Fiske just couldn't get control of it.
David Greenwood back there defending, but Fiske had his hands on the football.
19 seconds, 7 seconds off the clock. Try it again.
Now we looked and see, as we recall on that play, Scott Warner was coming in, but looked like Buddy Moore may have gotten his hand on the football to block it. The 58-yard field goal attempt. So 19 seconds to play now in the first half, Paul. We have 2nd and 10 for Philadelphia from the 47 of Michigan. Receivers wide, right, wide, left, back, split in the backfield behind quarterback Fusina. Fusina dropping to throw at his own 45. Plenty of time. Lob downfield long for Bryant. Bryant with a leaping try at the 15, incomplete.
Pretty good pitch that time. Bryant going full speed down the left sideline. Just Fusina had to put a little more touch on the ball than it was been complete. He should have angled a little bit higher. He threw it too much on the line.
Talked about that blocked field goal. That was the first blocked kick of the year for Philadelphia. Couldn't come at a better time. You know, it was on that play. John Corker was back there defending, and the big guy, Cork,
he runs pretty good, doesn't he? Does. Side for side with Calvin Bryant.
12 seconds to play in the first half now. Michigan leading 10-3 over Philadelphia. The Stars with the football 3rd and 10 from the 47 of Michigan. Fusina backpedaling to throw. Fusina's going to be wrapped and dropped back at the 41-yard line of Philadelphia. Coming in, John Banaszak, the pro who has seen plenty of action from Eastern Michigan, an 8-year pro, 7 years with Pittsburgh. He has 3 Super Bowl rings, does Mr. Banaszak. The ball will be marked at the 43-yard line of the Philadelphia Stars. It'll be 4th down and 20 for the Stars with 5-4, and I think they're going to let the clock run out as they head to the right corner here to the locker room, and there's the end of the first half. With that score, Michigan 10, Philadelphia 3.
The opening period, 3 seconds from the finish of the first. Michigan got 3 on a field goal worth 33. Philadelphia got the 3 points back on a 30-yard field goal by David Trout with 7:18 left in the half. The Panthers, Bobby Hebert, with just over 2 minutes to play in the first half, spotted a wide-open receiver in the end zone for 6.
Holloway wide right, receiver split wide to the left side is Carter. He's in motion to the right side now as AC. Quarterback Hebert rolling right, has protection, looks downfield. Nobody open, now he lost into the end zone, wide open, making the catch there, Holloway for the touchdown!
And the point after puts us right here where we are now, 10-3. Michigan Panthers leading Philadelphia. Both clubs are back out here. Mile High Stadium. Fred Manfred back to make the call, and here we go.
Well, thank you very much, Dan Lovett. 10-3 score. Michigan in front of Philadelphia.
And we had hoped that the humidity that seemed to plague us this evening would dissipate, but still it's a pretty warm evening here in the Mile High City.
It sure is. It's a little hot and muggy, but I don't think it bothered these football players. At halftime, the one thing they're saying, we got one more half to go and the season's over. Let's give it 110%.
So David Trout starts the second half with a kick, coming to the near sideline to Jerome Stelly. Stelly will watch the ball bounce and go through the end zone. It'll be a touchback for the Michigan Panthers. 1st and 10 from the Panther 20-yard line.
And I tell you, the most amazing statistic, total net yards, Michigan, 251. Philadelphia, 69. Now, boy, statistic-wise, you might look up on the board, and Michigan could be leading, 24-3?
Right.
Instead, they're only trailing by 7 points. And I tell you, this is the way Philadelphia, it happens to Philadelphia. You see them, Fred.
Oh, many times.
More times than I have this year. I've seen them about 3 occasions. They always come back in the second half. See, they are a second-half football team.
So Bobby Hebert with his 7-point lead to protect and then advance upon with 14:54 to go here in the third quarter. As receivers wide right, wide left. Back split behind him in the backfield. Hebert gets the snap, gives off to Ken Lacey. Lacey leaps up over the 23 to the 24 to the 25-yard line, maybe even to the 26-yard line for Ken Lacey.
Good little trap blocking up front. He picked up 6. Hebert, first half, 13, 25, 13 out of 25, 194 yards throwing the football. 6 of those went to Anthony Carter for 105 yards.
So Lacey with a 6-yard gain that time. It'll be 2nd and 4 for Michigan from the Panther 26-yard line. Carter wide to the right side. Holloway splitting left as Michigan in the white jerseys move from right to left across the radio dial. Back overloaded left side in the backfield. Quarterback Hebert gives off again to Lacey. Kind of a sneak handoff that time as Lacey got up to the 28-yard line.
Got about 2 is going to bring up 3rd and 2, and Michigan comes right out, tries to dominate the line of scrimmage, stick it right down Philadelphia's throat, get that first down rushing to gain a little superiority edge in that offensive line. And usually in the second half, the offensive line will tell the tale. It will turn it around, or Michigan will control it.
Mike Lush making the tackle 1 yard shy of the first down yardage for the Philadelphia Stars. As the Michigan Panthers now will have a double tight end with offensive tackle Ray Penny lined up as the end on the left side. Backs right behind Hebert on the 3rd and 1 from the 29. Hand off to Cleo Miller. He has the first down over the 30 to the 31-yard line.
Boy, he had both hands on the football.
You talk about the fumble, right?
Right. And don't ever think that running back Cleo Miller is not thinking about fumbling. Once you fumble in a football game as running back, it's always in your mind subconsciously, well, I'm not going to fumble, hold on to this football. You just always think of it. You don't want to do it again.
Now we feel a bit of a cool breeze blowing here at Mile High Stadium. With a 1st and 10 for Michigan in their own 31. Wide right, Carter. Holloway wide left. Backs again, splits behind Bobby Hebert in the backfield. Hebert with a 10-3 lead over Philadelphia. His Panthers have it. Fake handoff to Miller. Hebert dropping to throw. Plenty of time going long for Carter. Carter splits between the receivers, but the ball is overthrown. Back defending. We had Scott Warner along with Antonio Gibson, and AC split between the receivers, but the ball was just laid out a little too far for Action Central.
He's got a strong arm. He threw that ball about 65 yards. Anthony Carter was looking at a double team. He was looking at help from the inside on the safety from Scott Warner. And is that our friend out there, Clarence Chapman? No, that Chapman is on the other side with Michigan. But anyway, he was looking for a little bump there and maybe a flag being thrown, and he was kind of begging for it, and he didn't get it.
So on the first down, the Panthers go for the bomb. They now have it 2nd and 10 from their own 31. McLean wide left side, Holloway wide right as Carter gets the rest. Back split behind Bobby Hebert on the 2nd and 10. Hebert, long count, dropping to throw, setting up at the 24th time. Flares it out right side, making a reception up at the 34-yard line. Cleo Miller. Miller did a good job of catching the ball as it was very low. Antonio Gibson falling upon Cleo Miller immediately. Miller had to dig that one out of the dirt.
He sure did, and he might have caught it on the ground, too. He picked up 4 on the completion. He's going to bring up 3rd and 6 now. Well, Anthony Carter had 6 catches for 105 yards long, a 27-yard catch in the first half. But I tell you, he is a dangerous football player.
Carter, of course, with a Big Ten record, 37 touchdown receptions in his college days, will go wide to the right side. Holloway splits left on the 3rd and 6 from the 35 for the Michigan Panthers. Hebert, deep drop, over the middle, complete to Carter for the first down. Carter with a first down at the 45, moves on to the 47.
I tell you, you can't do anything about it. Since they changed the rules about bump and run a few years ago in professional football, you can only hit that wide receiver once. Both wide receivers that time, Fred, were double covered. They rolled up the zone, double zone on the outside. Carter just left the guy right in his track, cut across the middle for the first down.
And Jonathan Sutton tackled Anthony Carter after a 13-yard gain. They placed the ball at the 48 of Michigan, where it's 1st and 10.
Starting to eat up a little time of this clock. Good sustained drive here. It's 11:20, almost 4 minutes gone on this opening drive of the second half. They'll run it now and try to eat up a little more time.
Double tight ends. Action in the Michigan line, offside, left side. Handoff to Lacey. He goes nowhere. Action on the left side of the line. Mike Cobb, the tight end, fired out just a bit prematurely. And the flag was flown. So the offside call will go against the Michigan Panthers.
They don't need to take 5 here.
Now the officials are conversing now with the Philadelphia Stars and with Sam Mills.
If there's an option, they won't take it.
Mills looking over to his bench. And Mora says, no, don't take the penalty. As Coach Jim Mora, the head coach of the Philadelphia Stars, waved down like an umpire signaling safe.
Number 88 on the offense. Penalties decline. Second down.
It'll be 2nd and 10 for Michigan from their own 48-yard line. Now they have the ball. Did they move that ball a yard closer, or is that just my imagination? Ball looks like it's on the 49.
I didn't catch it. It is. It's on the 49-yard line.
So it's 2nd and 10. The ball was on the 48 before, but now it's on the 49. I guess he gained a yard on the play. Quarterback Hebert dropping to throw. Plenty of time. Looking down. Now he's going to be hit. He rolls out of a tackle, but as he rolls out, the official blows the play dead. Applying the pressure that time for the Philadelphia Stars. Looked like big Don Fielder, the right defensive end. Fielder had the guy Hebert around the ankles. Bobby did a pirouette trying to escape, and as he did, the official blew the play dead.
But see, that's the new rule in professional football. Once you get a hand on the quarterback, and almost anywhere they're going to blow the whistle. It should not have been blown here. He really didn't have control of him. He had him around the ankle, and he yanked free. 15 years ago, that would not have been a sack now.
So it's a 3rd and 17 for Michigan from their own 41-yard line. 10:46 to play in the 3rd quarter. 10-3, Michigan leading on with the football. Carter wide right, Holloway wide left, back split behind Hebert. Hebert to throw on the long yardage in 3rd. Lost it on a screen right side to Lacey. Lacey to the 40, to the 45 along the sideline to the 50, and to Philadelphia territory at the 45, to the 40, to the 40. First down for Michigan as Lacey gets down to the Philadelphia 30-yard line.
Oh, what a beautiful call, and what a big play, and what a big pickup for Michigan. They caught him in a full blitz, a screen pass to the right side. Lacey had one man to beat. It was a good block going down the left side. I think it was Lush over there, got cut down, and then Lacey got the first down all the way down to the 31-yard line.
Jonathan Sutton making the saving tackle on Ken Lacey, a 28-yard gain by the halfback on that screen right. So the clock with 9:54 to play in the 3rd quarter, and the Michigan Panthers get that spark to ignite what they hope will be a rally here as they still lead in the football game, 10-3. Holloway left, Carter wide right, backs again, split behind Hebert. The ball at the 31 of Philadelphia. Hebert gives it off right side to Miller. He cuts up at the 30. Inside the 30 now to the 26-yard line. The veteran Cleo Miller for the Michigan Panthers. Tackled on the play by a bunch of those red jerseys, the crimson jerseys of the Philadelphia Stars.
Oh, beautiful series in the opening of the second half put on by the Michigan Panthers. They took it in the end zone, ball at the 20-yard line, and they moved about 4 first downs here in this drive. They still have it. 9 minutes to go. That's 6 minutes off that clock in this drive already.
Ball at the 27 of Philadelphia. 4-yard gain by Miller, puts it 2nd and 6. Hebert with Carter left. Holloway wide right, back split. Hebert to throw, looking to Holloway. Lost it to the sideline, overthrown at the 15-yard line. Intended for Derek Holloway far across the field at the 15.
Poor pass. He overthrew it. They knew it right away.
So Bobby Hebert, a little bit long for the little guy, Derek Holloway. Holloway only 5'7", 165 pounds, but I think he would have had to been Kareem Abdul-Jabbar if he wanted to catch that one.
That's true. It was just about 10 foot over his head.
3rd down and 6 for Michigan. The ball still at the 27 of Philadelphia. Holloway to the near side left. Carter wide right. Backs again split behind Bobby Hebert.
Double cover both the outside men. That means the tight end must get free.
Hebert dropping the throw, looking for Carter. Fires the ball complete to Anthony at the 15-yard line. First down for the Michigan Panthers. Carter falls forward to the 14. Jonathan Sutton defending.
Well, I tell you, the turn-in pattern is one of the best of all time. You've got just perfect execution by that time, Carter. No poor coverage also by Philadelphia. They haven't covered the turn-in all night long. And a lot of times they're having a double roll-up zone on the outside, trying to double cover both guys, but Carter just makes a fool of it.
First and 10 for the Michigan Panthers from the 14 of Philadelphia. McLean replacing Carter wide to the left side. Slotting left is Holloway, and in tight right side. Backs again split behind Hebert. The rookie quarterback takes the handoff to Miller, rolls right side, looks into the end zone, lost downfield, the pass incomplete, intended for the tight end Mike Cobb, but overthrown by a mile. Mike Cobb angling in from the right side down the center of the field. The ball was overthrown.
Carter about 200, not Carter, excuse that, Hebert, 250 yards throwing the football now.
Bobby Hebert, the fine rookie, the number one quarterback in the United States Football League in their rating system, has it 2nd and 10 for the Panthers from the 14 of Philadelphia. Carter wide left, Holloway wide right.
Now you got this defense thinking pass right now, of course. If they got something to the outside, it might break it on the run.
Hebert launch out, quick roll, looking right, looking for Holloway, but he flares it out right side to Cleo Miller, who drops the ball at the 10 right in his hand.
Cleo Miller has the bad hands, let's face it. He was just trying to run before he got it, but I don't think Cleo Miller's hands is the best part of his game.
Well, he had a little trouble hanging onto the football when they gave it to him in the gut here in the first half.
He dropped a few others, so...
Now, Cleo Miller, of course, played the NFL ball for the Cleveland Browns, 1 year rushing for over 700 yards in Cleveland. 3rd and 10 now for the Panthers. The ball resting at the Philadelphia 14. Holloway to the near side left, Carter wide right. Hebert on the 3rd and 10. They've come up with a series of third down plays. Hebert dropping. Looks left side, complete to Holloway. Holloway into the end zone with a tackler hanging on for a touchdown.
Well, I tell you, Bobby Hebert is still down. He's banged up at the 22-yard line. It's going to be a touchdown for Michigan, but it may be a costly one. Bobby Hebert really picked up the blitz in a hurry. Philadelphia was in a blitz. He went back. He set. He had the automatic call on the outside. Holloway on the post pattern. He got rid of it beautifully for the touchdown, but Hebert's hurt.
And that's the second Hebert to Holloway pass for the night. And it's now a 16-3.
For a touchdown.
Right, for the touchdown. 16-3 lead for the Michigan Panthers. And Bobby Hebert is flat on his back at the 20-yard line. 4 members of the Michigan Panther training staff tending to the rookie quarterback Bobby Hebert. And as Paul mentioned, he got stuck.
Yep, I really wasn't following Bobby Hebert's progress after he threw the football because I was watching Holloway cut over the middle on the post pattern.
Hebert tonight, 18 of 32 for 265 yards and 2 touchdown passes, both to the Smurf, Derek Holloway. And Hebert still flat on his back. Now, they'll wait the extra point. So Bobby Hebert is down, so there's a break in the action with a score, Michigan 16, Philadelphia 3. We'll be back to the USFL title game after this. Well, Novo Boyovich splits the uprights to add the 17th point for Michigan. 17-3. The Panthers lead Philadelphia in this title game with 7:49 to play in the third quarter. There's a timeout on this USFL game with that score. Michigan 17, Philadelphia 3. This is the ABC Radio Network. 7:46 to play in the third quarter, and Novo Boyovich books one high and long beyond the end line. Alan Harvin, the man back for Philadelphia, could only watch it fly through. It'll be a touchback. 1st and 10 for Philadelphia from the Stars, 20-yard line. And Chuck Fusina, the man who's been a magician all year and rallying his team, better pull the rabbit out of the hat pretty soon.
Let's see if he can do it again. I'll tell you, this is the first time Philadelphia's had the ball in the second half, and we're halfway through the third quarter. 7:43 to go, and Michigan controlled it for all that time.
So Chuck Fusina will send Alan Harvin out of the ball game. Whit Taylor, the reserve quarterback for the Michigan Panthers, is warming up. And Paul and I thought that Bobby Hebert had lost consciousness for a while when he was stuck because he was laying flat on his back, not moving. They had 4 trainers around him. But then, when we broke for our commercial, Bobby Hebert leaped up and ran off the field and apparently is okay. Well, there's a pause of the action again with a score. Michigan 17, Philadelphia 3. This is the ABC Radio Network. Philadelphia from the Stars 20. Pitch out right side. Kelvin Bryant coming around with a blocker in front of him. Reverses the field to the 12. Bryant out on the tackle at the 10. Left side to the 15, 20, to the 25, 30. First down, Philadelphia. Bryant tumbled down at the 41-yard line. Excellent run by Kelvin Bryant, and Oliver Davis saved the touchdown for Michigan.
I tell you, reversed his field and just finished Kelvin Bryant. He's not even breathing down there. Kelvin Bryant picked up 22 yards on that reverse at Philadelphia. First time they got a hold of the football, but the first play in the second half explodes for 22.
John Corker should have had Kelvin Bryant in the backfield, but Bryant outran the tackle.
Oh, he's going to be Corker in the foot race.
First and 10 for Philadelphia from their own 42-yard line. Fusina with an eye sack behind him, now with a man in motion right side. Fusina fakes the handoff to Bryant, rolls right, looks downfield, throws, complete the 50 at the 45 of Michigan, 50 down to the 40, and stopped at the 39, flag down, and David Greenwood may have come in on a late hit.
Late hit, and that's going to be 15 more. And like lightning, Philadelphia fights back. They trail by 14, and 2 plays, and they are striking for a touchdown.
20-yard gain on that pass completion, and then plus the penalty.
Ball that's going to be marked off from the 39-yard line. That's 15. Should be about the 24. Bryant now with 64 yards rushing. Takes the ball. Out of one, number 31 on the defense. First down.
David Greenwood, as we called it, late with the hit.
Late with the hit, and it was a good call by the referee because 50 had gotten the first down. Picked up about 24 yards on that pass completion.
So it's first and 10 for Philadelphia from the 23 of Michigan following the completion and penalty. Receivers wide right, wide left. Folsom, the tight end, moves from left to right. Handoff in the backfield to Harvin. Harvin escapes the tackle. Up over the 20. Harvin down to the 16-yard line, and that little guy can run with gusto.
It just looks as if Philadelphia comes they were sleeping in the first half. They're not sleeping here in the second half. They look like they're wide awake. And they do this constantly. They just played much better football in the second half.
All of a sudden, the defensive team seems to be lollygagging around on the offense when the Stars have it. They're sharp, they're crisp, and now here they come again.
Boy, they got to put stuff on the board, though. They trail by 14.
Second and 4 for Philadelphia from the 17 of Michigan. Receivers wide right, wide left. This right side to Harvin again. Harvin is hit inadvertently by David Greenwood back at the 20-yard line and tumbled down. Greenwood was trying to fend off a blocker, and he inadvertently got his body underneath the legs of Harvin.
Good play by Greenwood, the strong safety. He's got 2 good strong safeties in this game. David Greenwood for Michigan, Scott Warner for Philadelphia.
The ball is placed at the 19-yard line.
Now what do you do? You go for upstairs, take the field goal if it's incomplete, or you run it twice and try to get the first down.
Is that a flag down at the 9-yard line, Paul?
Sure right. It sure is. It's down at the 9-yard line. I guess it's a flag. I don't think it's Fusina. Personal foul against Philadelphia. Ooh.
Now, Chuck Fusina unbuckles his chin strap, puts his helmet back on his head. A bit disgusted by that one.
That's a tough call.
So the ball will be brought back to the 34-yard line.
Personal foul. Number 87 on the offense. Second down.
Tom Donovan, the flanker, was called for personal foul.
So it's going to be a second and 21 now for Philadelphia from the 34-yard line of the Michigan Panthers. Receiver wide right, 2 of them wide to the left side. Back split behind Fusina in the backfield on the second and 21. Fusina overlooking that defensive line, barking signals, dropping the throw, setting up at his 43. Fusina downfield with a pass, complete the 50, the 20, 50, dives forward to the 17-yard line of the Michigan Panthers. Good gain on that pass completion as 60 brings the ball to the 17-yard line.
Good timing on that turn-in pass. Or if you've seen it, whenever you see a quarterback go back and throw it on rhythm, they drop back 5 or 6 yards, set up, and he releases the ball quickly, you know the receiver's open. It might not be complete, but that quarterback is going for the timing pass. That was a turn-in, beautifully completed. They got it right back, 3rd and 5.
From the 17 of Michigan, Clarence Chapman, the man beaten that time, as Fusina, with the back split in the backfield behind him, Morale and Harvin. Wide receiver to the right side. Fusina dropping the throw. Fusina with some pressure, lost the pass. Incomplete. Intended down at the 14-yard line for diving Willie Collier, defending David Greenwood.
Fusina wants to go for it, but it's too early here in the third quarter. Or maybe they will go for it. They should go for the field goal here. Here comes Trout.
David Trout, the fine field goal kicker, the leading scorer in the United States Football League for this inaugural season, will be kicking the football, attempting a field goal of about 34 yards, kicking out of the hole of reserve quarterback Jim Cron. So, Trout, who already has a field goal to his credit tonight, gets the ball back. The kick up, the kick wide. No good. No good. The Michigan Panthers get a break that time.
He hooked it. David Trout, who's 28 out of 42 on field goals on the year, just misses it. He hooked it to the left.
Well, there's a timeout on the playing field with a score. Michigan 17, Philadelphia 3. We'll be back to the United States Football League Championship game after this. 4:44 to play in the third quarter. Michigan 17, Philadelphia 3. The field goal missed by David Trout sets the ball up at the 20-yard line of the Michigan Panthers. So Bobby Hebert, 18 completions, 34 attempts, 261 yards, 2 touchdowns this evening. We'll see if Whit Taylor comes in because Hebert, as you may remember on the last series, was stuck pretty good. But Bobby Hebert is in the football game. Whit Taylor will not come in.
Whit Taylor's warming up on the sidelines, but Bobby Hebert, who's already been warm all day long, back in.
So Hebert with Holloway wide to the right side, Carter to the near side left, and back split behind him on the first down. Gives off to Cleo Miller. Miller chugging along the 20 to the 25. Miller close to a first down as he lunges forward to the 30-yard line. Hanging all over his leg was the linebacker Mike Edwards. Let's see if they give the progress for the first down or whether they say it's going to be shy by about an inch or two.
Anthony Carter limping off on the left side. Looks like he got his left hand on his leg.
And he had that same problem in the first half. Maybe a cramp up there.
Football. That's exactly what it is.
McLean going wide to the right side. We'll go double tight end here for the Michigan Panthers on the 2nd and 1. The Panthers with Hebert crossing down behind the center. Hand off right side. Miller with the first down. Miller to the 35 to the 40. Miller up over the 45-yard line of Michigan. Tumble down at the 48-yard line. Leo Miller of the Michigan Panthers finally stopped by Jonathan Sutton, but not before a big gain and a first down for the Panthers.
18 yards off the right side. That offensive line, which has given Bobby Hebert very, very good pass protection. And they ran the football when they really wanted to, Fred, so they're really doing the best job. And I'll tell you, I have to go back to what that assistant coach, George Dixon, told me. The addition of Tyrone McGriff, Tom Thornbrook, and Ray Penny meant the difference in Michigan's offensive line.
Michigan leading 17-3 with it 1st and 10 on their own 48. Handoff. Cleo Miller with the football, protecting that ball with both hands as he bangs inside Philadelphia territory at the 47. Mike Lusk the tackle.
Oh, this is 2 beautiful drives put on by Michigan Panthers here in the second half. They took the opening kickoff, went 80 yards. They took up 7.5 minutes off that clock, got the touchdown. Now they've got it back. They got it back after a missed field goal, and they picked up 2 first downs. They've also took another 3 or 4 minutes off that clock.
Leo Miller out of the football game now for the Michigan Panthers. He's running over to the far sideline. Lacey will be the lone setback behind Hebert. We have Holloway and McLean splitting to the right side. Both the wide receivers end inside left side. Now Holloway coming in motion to the near side. Hebert on the 2nd and 6. Dropping the throw. Flares it out left side. Good catch by Lacey at the 45. Lacey over the 50 and out of bounds in Philadelphia territory at the 48. And you said, uh-oh, because you thought it was a late hit. Lacey thinks so too.
Lacey thinks so too. He was really thrown to the ground when he was about 5 yards out of bounds.
Jonathan Sutton, the man committing the act and not being penalized. Well, no gain on that play, but you got to say an excellent reception by Lacey, who had to reach around behind him to catch the football, and then he brought it up to the line of scrimmage, and maybe a yard, 3rd and 5 for Michigan from the 47 of Philadelphia. Out of the ball game, a receiver, McDonald Oden, a tight end, into the ball game. We have Holloway and McLean, and they will both split wide to the... No, they won't. Now Holloway and McLean will come to the near side.
They got to take a timeout. They didn't know what they were doing.
You said it. Once they went right, they came left, and then they looked at Bobby Hebert and said, what are we doing? Bobby Hebert said, we're taking a timeout. So 2:16 to play in the third quarter. Michigan with a 17-3 lead. And now, on a hot, humid night, uncharacteristic for Denver, we have a timeout on the field. And the Michigan Panthers, as Paul has pointed out so often in this third quarter, chewing up the clock. And that's what you want to do to win football games.
Especially when you've got a 14-point lead. You want to take as much time off that clock as you can. That offensive line has just been superb here in the second half. Philadelphia, well, they had a few lightning bolts when they got a hold of the football, but they got it down to the 20 and missed the field goal. That takes a lot of wind out of your sails.
Paul, a question about expansion in the United States Football League. A lot of people say the league is expanding too rapidly. Do you think so?
Well, it could cause a problem for next year, although I definitely think that Tulsa will be a surprise team in the league. They haven't had pro sports there. I tell you, you watch a lot of people show up to watch spring football again next year. They'll be content.
What about Houston, San Antonio?
Houston will be a tough market, no doubt about it. Jerry Argovich will have a tough road to hold down in Houston. Got a lot of teams already in the league. I hope they just don't keep bringing in 6 or 5. Surely they're not going to put in 6 teams the next year after that. You know, it's going fast enough. I think they do have a problem, but everybody wants to get into the league. You know,
putting up $6 million to do it.
$6 million. That's what 6 times 6 is $36 million. That is divided into 12 teams. So everybody's talking about the teams losing money. They start cutting up that $36 million. That puts everybody in the black.
Well, Tad Kobe, the owner of the Oakland Invaders, had planned on losing over $1.5 million this year. He lost $1 million. He said, "Hey, we did pretty well." How'd you like to lose $1 million and be happy?
No, I wouldn't. I would tell you that right away. I would not be happy.
Well, we still have a timeout down on the field. Michigan, 7th seed. Philadelphia, 3. 2:58 to play in the third quarter. The Michigan Panthers seem to have had the football most of this third quarter. And we're having a rather long timeout period down here now. And I wonder what the delay is. The fans are wondering that, too, as they get a little restless in the stands. And a pretty good crowd on hand tonight at Mile High Stadium for this football game.
We're running the clock down is what we're doing, folks. It was wrong. Then error, 2:34. It stopped at 2:40, and I don't think that the official time is held on the field.
So it goes down. 2:26, still rolling. 5. That's where it's going to sit. 2:25 to go in the third quarter. Bobby Hebert on third down attempt, 8 of 10. Not bad. He's got a third and 5
there. That's sensational.
What did he bring that in? Slot to the right side. Receiver split left is Selly.
It's going to be tough on them, though. This time they don't have Anthony Carter.
That's correct. They have McLean and Holloway on the right side. Hebert rolling right this time. Looking downfield. Lost the pass. Tipped. And incomplete. The pass being tipped by linebacker Jeff Gabrielson out of the reach of the receiver.
Oh, Holloway was wide open. Bobby Hebert would love to have that one back. And he was just trying to lob it to his receiver 10 yards downfield, and he didn't put enough height on the ball. One of the linebackers 5 yards back got his hands on it.
So David Greenwood will begin to punt. Greenwood will kick the ball away from his own 39-yard line. He averaged 40 yards a kick for 2 in the first half. Lone safety back deep, Scott Warner for Philadelphia. Warner standing at the 10. Greenwood, the rookie from Wisconsin, gets the ball. He spirals it high to the near side. The ball will go into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. 1st and 10 for Philadelphia from the Stars' 20-yard line. Of course, Greenwood was angling for the near left side, and the ball just sailed into the end zone. But a beautiful spiral by David Greenwood and the Philadelphia Stars, who trail 17-3 with 2:10 to play in the third quarter, will have the football once again.
Well, it's definitely an advantage to kicking either a field goal or a punt right to left. I tell you, the wind's coming out of this end, and whoever punts it that way usually punts it about 65 yards in the air.
So, 17-3, Michigan leading Philadelphia. With pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the ABC Radio Network. Time to play third quarter, Mile High Stadium. Dan Lovett, Paul Horning, Fred Manfra, bringing you this United States Football League first championship title fray. Michigan leading 17-3 on a warm, humid night in the Mile High City. The Panthers, in fact, to a man, taking their helmets off during the timeout here and getting a nice breath of fresh air. The Stars huddle back at the 10-yard line as they will take over 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. If Fusina, as we mentioned before, better start working that magic that he has so often during the course of the season to lead the Philadelphia Stars to a 15-3 regular season mark, the best in the United States Football League.
Well, money's on the table right now for Chuck. He usually comes through under these circumstances. Let's see if he can do it again.
Wide to the left side of receiver, wide right, man in motion to the left side, pitch to the right side. Kelvin Bryant gets the block, turns the corner, 25 to the 30. Bryant bangs his way to the 34-yard line. Is that guy a tough runner? Kelvin Bryant finally stopped down there by David Tipton, the nose tackle, who came all the way across field to make the tackle.
I tell you, he hasn't ran the football as many times, I think, as Philadelphia like. Now they're trailing by 14. Takes up a lot of time. He got the first down, picked up 14. He's got about 70 yards rushing already tonight. 78 back, 11 carries, 78 yards, 7-yard average running the football, but they've gone to the pass a little bit too much, I think, Fred.
Well, we'll see what Fusina does here. 1st and 10 from his own 34. He has his favorite receiver, Scott Fitzke, wide to the left side. Harvin back to the eye behind him. Pitch comes to Harvin, who likes to throw. Harvin can throw the ball downfield, wide downfield. The receiver makes the catch. Catching the football, Rodney Parker. He goes out of bounds. It's Michigan territory at the 22-yard line. Clarence Chapman hanging all over him, as was John Arnott. A great catch by Rodney Parker on the halfback pass for Alan Harvin.
Alan Harvin should have avoided Chuck, just threw it as far as he could. What a catch by Parker. 42-yard catch. He caught it between Greenwood and Chapman. I think they're back on the defense, wasn't it, Fred? I'll tell you one thing, the defenders were not even looking. Had their eyes nowhere near the football, and Parker just got a beautiful catch.
And Parker bobbled the football as he went to the turf, but did not allow it to hit, and he kept it tucked in his gut for the reception. 1st and 10 for Philadelphia from the 23 of Michigan. Back split behind Fusina in the backfield. Receiver wide right, wide left. Fusina heads off to Harvin. Harvin is, I don't know what you call that, a scissor tackle at the 21-yard line as Harvin tried to get around outside, and Kyle Borland got both of his legs around the legs of the runner and squeezed them together to pull him down.
Picked up about a yard or two.
So Borland, who went to the University of Wisconsin and was actually recommended for the Michigan Panther Ball Club by his Badger teammate David Greenwood, made the ball team and has been a fine addition to the Michigan Panthers. 2nd and 8 following the 2-yard gain. It pitch right side to the big guy, Kelvin Bryant. Bryant diving inside the 10, out of bounds at about the 8.5-yard line. He has a first down and goal to go for the Philadelphia Stars. Clarence Chapman drove Kelvin Bryant out of bounds.
I tell you, he's a great running back. He needed 8. He got about 12 or 13 yards on that run around the right side. And I tell you, the closer he gets to the goal line, the harder this kid runs. He is a great, great runner.
Of course, Kelvin Bryant scored the touchdown in overtime to send the Philadelphia Stars to Denver for this title game.
90 yards now for Kelvin Bryant. He's taking a breather now. Harvin out of the eyes, and he's back.
Booker Russell, the up back. Fusina with Fitzke to the right side, and inside left side. Fake pitch. Fusina lobs it off. Overthrown, intended for Alan Harvin, just out of his reach at the 15-yard line.
Almost could have been a lateral to his backwards.
Fitzke was angling into the end zone, but he was covered well, and it looked like that Fusina was watching Fitzke as he cut across with 27 seconds to play in this 3rd quarter here at Mile High Stadium, Michigan 17, Philadelphia 3. Philadelphia with the football, 2nd and goal to go from the 8 of Michigan.
It's not that big a lead for the amount of yardage that Michigan has over this Philadelphia team. It's still almost a little unique that they only trail by 2 touchdowns, and if they can get in here, they're right back in this football game.
Fitzke wide right, Parker and Collier wide to the left side. Hand off to Harvin. Harvin inside the 5 to the 4.5-yard line on the draw. Alan Harvin taking the handoff from quarterback Fusina. They mark the ball at the 5-yard line where it'll be 3rd and goal to go. Ronnie Padgett, the defensive end, making the tackle for the Michigan Panthers.
Got to put Kelvin Bryant back in. Here he comes. Yeah, I was going to say they're not going to leave him out down here, are they?
Well, and that's it. There's the end of the 3rd quarter with the score. Michigan 17, Philadelphia 3. This is the ABC Radio Network. Ball Hornings 15 15 minutes of regulation play remaining in this USFL title game. Michigan leading Philadelphia 17-3, but the Stars have the football 3rd and 5, 3rd and goal to go from the Michigan at 5. And we remember back to last week and what Chuck Fusina did. 12 or 15 passes in the final 12 minutes and 4 seconds of regulation time for 146 yards, 3 touchdowns to tie the game, and then, of course, the Stars beat the Blitz in overtime.
And they were way behind starting off the fourth quarter. They kicked a field goal, and they scored 3 touchdowns after that, and scored a touchdown in the overtime. So let's see if Philadelphia can come up with another of their patented fourth quarter comebacks.
Michigan, 234 yards through the air tonight, 93 only for Philadelphia. First downs, Michigan 22, Philadelphia 14. Rushing yards, 119 for Michigan, 115 for Philadelphia.
Philadelphia's had the football almost 8 minutes less than Michigan. So Michigan has controlled it up to now, and let's see if that little momentum starts to swing.
3rd and goal to go for the Philadelphia Stars from the 5-yard line of the Michigan Panthers. The only 3 points on the board tonight, a field goal from David Trout, who's also missed a field goal tonight. Wide to the right side goes 50. To the near side left.
They love to go to that Irv Eatman side, the big right tackle. Out of the eye, they shift.
Donovan back split behind the quarterback, Fusina. Fake handoff to Bryant, and Fusina will be spun to the ground by John Corker back at the 12-yard line. A loss on the play of 7 yards. The big guy, the sack man, Corker, getting the quarterback.
That's an unusual call. They tried to bootleg. They tried in the first half. They got away with it. John Corker was not even touched, and he's always coming on the blitz. So I question that call because they know that linebacker is going to be coming. Corker always blitzes, so they knew he was coming. And it's a gambling type of play to take under those circumstances.
So David Trout, who kicked a 30-yard field goal in the second period, will be attempting one here of about 28 yards. The ball is back, the kick up, the kick high, and the kick is good. So with 14:36 to play in the football game at regulation time, it's now Michigan 17, Philadelphia 6. There's a timeout on the playing field with that score. Michigan 17, Philadelphia 6. We'll be back to the USFL Championship after this. Now Philadelphia starts this fourth quarter here in Mile High Stadium in the championship game as they did last week in the playoff game with a field goal, making the score Michigan 17, Philadelphia 6.
And now we'll see if last week, of course, the blitz went into a shell, and you see it happen so many times in professional football. Team gets ahead, they get to the fourth quarter, and they try the old Conga team, 1, 2, 3 run, and then they punt it. They don't want to take a chance on any interceptions, and let's see if Jim Stanley plays a little bit different. High kick by Trout.
David Trout booms it high. Stelly makes the catch at the goal line. Up over the 5, angling left side of the 10 to the 15. Stelly to 40 to 30. Stelly tackled at the 36-yard line. Jerome Stelly from Western Illinois, a rookie, finally brought down by Sam Mills, the great linebacker of the Philadelphia Stars, but a good and excellent return by Stelly, and good field position for the Michigan Panthers to have it 1st and 10 from their own 36-yard line. And it will be interesting, Paul, wanting to see what Jim Stanley has in his mind here, whether he will sit on the football or whether attack.
No, I'll tell you, I don't think with Bobby Hebert you're going to just keep running it every time. I don't think the Brits threw a pass in the fourth quarter last week.
Well, they took out
to see this team throw a pass in the fourth quarter, I'll tell you that.
Of course, they took out their first-string running backs, Long and Spencer, put in Boltner and Dennison, and that kind of spelled doom. Carter wide to the left side, double tight ends here, back split, Lacey and Miller dropping the throw as Hebert clears it out left side to Lacey. He heard footsteps, drops the football at the 35-yard line. Charging down was Jonathan Sutton, and I think that Lacey heard that man coming at him.
Sure did.
So the ball will remain at the 36. 2nd down and 10 for Michigan. 14:20 to play in this football game. At Mile High Stadium, Denver. Still no report on the official attendance for tonight's ball game. They had estimated about 45,000. Pretty good crowd here on this horseshoe-shaped football field. An excellent facility here at Mile High Stadium. Carter wide to the right side. Holloway split left. Miller and Lacey split behind Hebert in the backfield on the 2nd and 10. Hebert looking to throw. Looking right. Now looks straight over the middle. Plenty of time. Lost the ball downfield. Overthrown. Intercepted by Rush for Philadelphia at the 38-yard line. Pitches back to Warner. Warner at the 35. To the 40. Stop at the 40-yard line. Mike Rush made the interception. reception. Then lateral back to Warner. Good play by Philadelphia. They have it first and 10 from their 40-yard line.
I threw it down the middle. He should not have thrown the football. It took a long time to get there. Overthrown. Lost the free safety down there. Just picked it off easily.
So, does the tide turn here? We'll see. Down on the field is Cleo Miller, and there's a timeout in tonight's USFL game. With the score, Michigan 17, Philadelphia 6. This is the ABC Radio Network. First and 10 for Philadelphia from their own 41-yard line. Pitch to the right side, complete for a short 1-yard gain to the tight end Steve Folsom. Folsom goes out of bounds with the football at the 42. So, the Philadelphia Stars, who know what it is to come from behind, start their effort with 14:01 to play in the football game. They trail 17-6. They have a second and 9 from the 42. Fusina with the back split behind him, dropping the throw. Fusina looking downfield, over the middle with a pass, complete to Harvin. Harvin at the 45 to the 50. Almost a first down as he gets to inside Michigan territory at the 49.5. And it may be awfully close to that first down yardage. Alan Harvin making the catch. Alan Hughes the tackle. The official marks the ball, nose into Michigan territory on the 50-yard line.
I can tell you why John Corker gets a lot of blitzes on these backs. He blitzes every time on passing situations. He comes every time. He's like a fourth defensive lineman at the linebacker spot. Well, he's got good range. He's 6'3".
Well, then if he blitzes every time, does the offensive team not know that?
Well, sure they do. They just see the film.
Straight up for the first down. The Philadelphia Stars, it was third and short yardage. They have the ball down to the 46-yard line. And Fusina on the quarterback keeper gets his first down. They mark the ball at the 48-yard line of Michigan. First and 10 for Philadelphia. Clock running down, 12:56. On that kickoff return, Belly pulled his hamstring muscle, so he may not be back in action. 50 wide to the right side, receiver split left, back split behind Fusina. Fusina flares it out to Harvin off his hands, incomplete at the 50-yard line. The pass was thrown up high for the little guy Harvin, up around his face mask, and he just couldn't hang on to the football. A little too hard. Second and 10 for the Philadelphia Stars from the 48-yard line of the Michigan Panthers. This offensive series, the result of an interception by Mike Lush. 50, wide to the right side. Coming to the near side left is Rodney Parker. Backs again, Harvin, and Bryant split in the backfield behind Fusina. Second and 10, Fusina the throw. Setting up the 45, throws, complete to 50. 50 angling to the right sideline, has a first down and is banged out of bounds at the 38-yard line far across the field. Punching him out there, Clarence Chapman, the cornerback, the left cornerback, who was picked on so much earlier in the evening, and a first down for the Philadelphia Stars.
And they're moving it down, and they're getting a break by. Every time they pick up the first down, they get out of bounds. They stop on the clock. So the clock still remains 12:30, and they picked up about 40 yards here and really haven't taken over a minute off that clock.
Michigan 22 first down, 16 for Philadelphia tonight. The Stars trailing the football game as well, 17-6. First and 10 from the 37 of Michigan. Fusina dropping the throw, flares it out left side to Harvin. Harvin tackled from behind by Ray Bentley, the right inside linebacker for the Michigan Panthers. Good pursuit by Ray Bentley that time, sniffing out the pass to the left side.
Hey, they've kept Philadelphia one of the highest scoring teams in the league. They've kept them off the scoreboard with the touchdown. This Michigan defense, we haven't talked about too much because Bobby Hebert has been kind of putting the football in the air, throwing the football for over 250 yards, but this Michigan defense has really done an outstanding job so far.
Bentley's tackle caught Harvin for a loss of 6, second and 16 for Philadelphia from the 43 of Michigan. Double wide receivers right as Fusina drops the throw over the middle. Incomplete, the pass to Steve Folsom, flagged down. Folsom was hit by Arnaud as he tried to grasp onto the football, maybe pass interference here. Folsom, the tight end, came from the right side across the middle. As he reached for the ball, Arnaud popped in, and we may have the pass interference call.
Everything's starting to go for Philadelphia's favor now. And we mentioned in the first quarter, they just ran up and down the field, didn't put enough points on the board. Here comes Philadelphia back. They're getting another break here. On the defense, number 21, that's the first down.
Well, apparently, Oliver Davis, before the ball was holding the receiver, up on the play.
He was holding the receiver on the outside up as the pass was being thrown to the tight end. It was really wasn't even close to where the pass was thrown. So
Tom Donovan was the man being impeded by the man who was penalized. Receiver wide right, double wide left on the receivers. First and 10 for 38 of Michigan for Philadelphia. Fusina dropping the throw, now rolling. He's being pursued. He's going to be tackled from behind by right defensive end Allen Hughes. Hughes got him around the neck and took him down. Hughes, 6'3", 260 pounds, a one-year pro. Went to camp with the Chicago Blitz this year. Didn't make that team, but he's certainly performing well for Jim Stanley's Michigan Panthers.
I tell you, the Panther defense has bended a little bit tonight, but they haven't broken. And that's the key, I think, Fred. Philadelphia with only 2 field goals on the board.
Loss of 2, second and 12 for Philadelphia from the 40-yard line of Michigan. Again, 2 wide receivers left, 1 right. Lone setback, Carvin behind Fusina. Fusina taking an awfully long time, overlooking the Michigan defense. The clock running down to 2 to 0 now as Fusina pulls back. Fusina over the middle with a pass, incomplete. The pass intended for Willie Collier hit him in the arms and he dropped it at the 40-yard line.
I thought the 30-second clock just wore down 0, but they got it off just at the split second. Seen a lot of drop passes today. I bet we've seen tonight 10 passes that were easily catchable, just dropped.
11:01 to play in the football game, the championship game here for the United States Football League. Michigan 17, Philadelphia 6. Philadelphia with a big third down play here. They have 12 yards to go. The ball resting at the Michigan 40-yard line. Double receivers left side, 50 among them. Right side of receiver split, back foot in the backfield, Harvin and Bryant. Fusina to throw, setting up at the 50. Fusina throws over pressure, complete the 50, but shy of the first down at the 31-yard line of Michigan. John Arnott on a stop for the Michigan Panthers, but it's going to be shy of the first down.
They'll go for it. No question about it now. Fourth quarter, 10 minutes and 40 seconds. The ball placed at the 36. They will go.
So the ball resting down, let's see, they put it at the 31-yard line.
31. Check.
And it's a big 4th and 4 for Fusina and the Philadelphia Stars. What do you do here, Paul?
Well, you're going to throw it. No question about that.
Okay.
They've been very successful with Harvin coming out of the backfield. Let's see if they go to one of the backs on a little delay.
Fitzy and Donovan wide left as Fusina drops the throw. Over the middle with a pass. Complete. The pass for a first down to Willie Collier at the 25-yard line. Collier hit immediately by Ray Bentley, but it was a first down for the Philadelphia Stars. And Collier gets up slowly. Collier was hit hard by Bentley. And there's a timeout on the field. So we have an opportunity to tell you the United States Football League hopes you have enjoyed its initial season of spring football. The inaugural season produced competitive football and stars through the likes of Herschel Walker, Kelvin Bryant, Anthony Carter, Tremaine Johnson, and Gary Anderson. Now next season promises to be even more exciting. New cities, new star players, and we'll tell you more about that as we have some play resuming down on the field. First and 10 for Philadelphia from the 24-yard line of Michigan. 9:45 to play in the football game. Philadelphia trailing 17-6. Fusina dropping the throw. Off one to the end zone. Overthrown. The pass intended for Rodney Parker down at the 3-yard line. Overthrown. Defending back there for the Michigan Panthers, Oliver Davis.
They had a little delay over the middle with Kelvin Bryant. 6 points, boy. Michigan's pulling out all stops. They're trying to really come up with the big play defensively, and they're going to get burned, Fred, because they're blitzing everybody almost every time. And one of these times, one of these backs are going to sneak around where the vacated linebacker is, and the safety is going to try to give help to the outside. There's going to be a hole there you won't believe.
Let's see if he picks it up. Fitzy and Donovan splitting wide right to the near side left. Rodney Parker on the 2nd and 10 for Philadelphia from Michigan 24. Back split behind Fusina, who's dropping the throw. Fusina at the 31 fires the pass, complete to 50. 50. Spun down at the 22-yard line by Chapman. Gain of 2 only on the play on that pass. Third down and 7 now for the Philadelphia Stars. The officials mark the ball at the 21-yard line of Michigan.
Collier checks back in. He was carried off by a couple of the trainers and probably had a cramp. Now he's back in.
14 of 32 tonight for Fusina, 108 yards. Wide to the right side, we have Collier and 50 to the near side left. We have Rodney Parker on the 3rd and 7 from the Michigan, 21 for the Stars. Back split behind Fusina. He drops the throw. Quick pass, aimed to the end zone. Great reception. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The drop. The catch made by Willie Collier. Willie Collier came down. He was carried off on all fours. And a beautiful pitch by Fusina. They're pitching Michigan in a full blitz almost every time. And it's man-to-man every time. And what a beautiful pitch and what a great catch. Willie Collier has got the Philadelphia Stars back within striking distance as they usually come back in the fourth quarter. Now it's a 5-point deficit, 17-12. You got to go for two. Fusina in there, as you say, Paul. The 2 points, the big one here. You can't do that in the United States Football League. They trail by 5. If they miss it, they can still score a touchdown and win. If they can make it, they pull within a field goal. Fusina, who's played man break all year, the slot to the right side, lone set back behind him in the backfield. Fusina rolling to the right, looking downfield, lost to the end zone. 2 points as Collier makes the reception. Collier, who got the touchdown pass, got the 2-point throw, and we now have a 17-14 football game with Michigan leading Philadelphia with 8:49 to play. The Stars have put 11 points on the board in only 6 minutes and 11 points. They only put 3 points on in the first 3 quarters. Now they've scored 11 points in 6 minutes and 10 seconds here in the fourth period. Well, there's a timeout on the playing field with a score. Michigan 17, Philadelphia 14. This is the ABC Radio Network. Now David Greenwood will be getting the football to tee it up, and Paul Horning, this Philadelphia Stars team, never says die. They sure don't. And Chuck Fusina, you got to hand it to him. For the second consecutive week, he has not looked good the first 3 quarters, but he just hangs in there, and he's the winner. He's the winner that the Philadelphia Stars put the money on. That's as simple as that, and he just put 11 points on the board. He went for the 2-point conversion, made it look easy. Willie Collier scoring all 8 points, and they're right back knocking on the door. Crowd kicking deep to Holloway and to Phea. Holloway goes back into the end zone, touches the ball midway, and then it bounds through the end zone. Touchback 1st and 10 for Michigan from their own 20-yard line. They were all sides, Philadelphia, but nothing was dropped. So the Michigan Panthers, who now have a 3-point lead at 17-14, have 8 minutes and 41 seconds to protect that lead or add to it. And if they're fighting, of course, to become the first champions of the United States Football League. The portion of tonight's game is being brought to you by Delco Electronics. I'd like to remind you of that. The ball resting at the 20-yard line of Michigan. 1st and 10 for the Panthers. They are huddling back, and Bobby Hebert, they need a sustained drive. It's very important for them because it seems as if Philadelphia, if they want to get the football back there and go right in and score. I don't think Philadelphia feels that they're unstoppable right now. They've got a guy that has number 1 on his back. His name's Anthony Carter. He's the big play man in this Michigan team. I think Bobby Hebert is going to be looking to Anthony Carter here to break one or on a 3rd down play or somewhere to get the football in a lot better field position. Well, unofficially, we have Bobby Hebert, 19 of 33 for 265 yards. 1st and 10 for Michigan from the Panthers' 20-yard line. Hebert with receiver Carter wide left side, Holloway to the near side, back split behind him. Hebert gives off to Miller. Miller outside left, gets the block, turns the corner to 25 to the 30. First down and out of bounds along the far sideline. At about the 31-yard line, Scott Warner running him out, but a good block thrown by right guard Tom Dornbrook. Good run by Miller that time. Now, even though they got the first down, Philadelphia did get a little break. He ran out of bounds. That stopped the clock. If he doesn't run out of bounds, that's 30 seconds off the clock. 8:35 to go. Those little things down at the end of the ball game all mount up. 8:35 to play in the football game, the championship game for the new United States Football League. Holloway wide left, Carter wide right, backs again, split. Miller and Lacey behind Hebert on the 1st and 10 for Michigan from their own 31. Hebert gives it off to Miller. Miller bangs into a blocker, bangs off, comes forward to about the 33-yard line. Stopped there by Dave Ofer, the Penn State rookie. Of course, Ofer played tight end for Joe Paterno up there for the Nittany Lions. Offensive guard and linebacker, a territorial pick of the Philadelphia Stars. And a valuable one. Good athlete, play all those positions. 2nd and 7 now for Michigan quarterback Bobby Hebert. He has Holloway wide right, Carter wide left, backs again split, Lacey and Miller. And off this time to Ken Lacey. Lacey to the 35, and that is it. And Lacey has not had the normal good night for that running back. Don Fielder making the tackle. Lacey usually rambles well with the ball, and tonight he's being stopped.
Big third down coming up. Big third down coming out for Bobby Hebert. He's going to go upstairs, I think, this time. He's in a passing situation. Need about 6.
So Hebert will be throwing to either Carter, Holloway, or his tight end on the left side, Cobb.
Let's see if he goes to that deep turn in. It's been open for him so many times.
3rd and 6 for Michigan. They're on 35. The rookie quarterback Hebert overlooking the defensive line. Warner on a rush, but he hands off left side to Miller. Miller up to the 35. Miller diving forward, maybe shy of the first down as he is tackled at the 40-yard line.
Did not get it.
He had to get to the 41, and they stopped him at the 40-yard line. We get some signal from Tyrone McGriff, the Michigan Panther left offensive guard, saying it's a first down, but no way. Got a punting team coming in. David Greenwood will be punting. Going back, Scott Warner for the Philadelphia Stars. Also going back.
Conservative call. You know, there it is again. Well, these coaches, I tell you, they get scared. What's the difference? He's going to throw the ball on 3rd and 6. Chances are they're not going to make the first down. They're going to be blitzing. They're going to be coming, Philadelphia. So what do? They run it. They have so much success throwing the football, but here's where it counts, and they run the football, they don't get the first down.
So as a result, it's 4th and 1 for Michigan from their own 40. Greenwood to punt. Bad kick, almost blocked. The ball bouncing at the 25 to the 20. Warner lets it go beyond him to the 10 to the 5. Still rolling, and it rolls dead at the 5-yard line, and Warner knows he made a mistake. He takes his helmet off, drops it to the ground, and Warner is angry with himself for allowing the ball to bound by him.
Absolutely. It's going to be about a 55-yard punt. He got it off. It wasn't a good spiral. It was up in front. There again, they didn't have a short and long on the return, and I always think that's a mistake because that can happen to you. That can happen to you. A short punt, it hits in front of Scott Warner, and it bounded 25 yards down to the 5.
Well, 6:09 to play in the football game. Michigan 17, Philadelphia 14. There's a break in the action. This is the ABC Radio Network. 1st and 10 for Philadelphia from their own 5-yard line. Fusina retreating to his end zone to throw. Fusina lobs the pass out, complete to his tight end Steve Folsom. Folsom out of bounds, far side at about the 12-yard line. Folsom stopping the clock with 6:02 to go in the football game. Here's a very interesting statistic. The first 8 possessions by Philadelphia, they advanced the ball 133 yards. Their last 2, 122 yards. Out of the ball game, Willie Collier, Rodney Parker in, and he'll split wide to the right side. Fitzke coming near left side. Folsom end in tight on the left side. High stacked behind Fusina on the 3rd and 12. Fusina gives it to his bread and butter back, Kelvin Bryant, and Bryant is snowed under at the 10-yard line, a loss on the play. David Greenwood up from the free safety spot. John Banaszak, the veteran, also there for the Michigan Panthers. They get progress to the 11th. It'll be a 3rd and 4 for the Philadelphia Stars.
Here comes the big play man back into the ball game for Philadelphia in the name of Willie Collier.
3rd down and 4 for Philadelphia. From the 11-yard line, they're on. Fusina with a slot to the right side. Now coming in motion to the near side is Rodney Parker. Back foot behind Fusina, dropping the throw. Setting up the 4. Over the middle pass. Underthrown. Intended at the 20-yard line for a diving Willie Collier. David Greenwood is down at the 20.
He was open.
Greenwood slow in getting up. However, he is on his feet for the Michigan Panthers, and Sean Landetta, who has a rocket in his foot, will come in to punt the ball away on a 4th and 4. Attendance tonight, 46,535 for the first ever USFL title game. Landetta will be punting the ball from 5 yards deep in his end zone. Back deep for the Michigan Panthers, Carter, along with Lonell Phea. Bad snap, but Landetta gets it. He hangs it high. Lonell Phea allows Carter to take the ball on the run. Carter fumbles it. He has the ball, however, at the 37-yard line and is tumbled back to the 36. Carter had a tough time picking up the football, and good for the Michigan Panthers fans and the Panthers. Carter was able to maintain possession just Jeff Rotenberger downfield quickly to fall on number one, Anthony Carter, with 5:04 to play in this football game, and Michigan with the football and a 3-point lead at 17-14. A 53-yard punt that time from John Landetta, and boy, that guy is an excellent punter. Oh, he kicks it high, and of course they all love to kick out here. I mean, this is like years ago, and all the teams in the NFL and the East Ball, the Colts, the Giants, whenever they got to go to California, you know, in December, those kickers loved it. Boy, they could kick it high and like that. Now, the United States Football League hopes you have enjoyed its initial season of spring football. The inaugural season produced competitive football and stars like Herschel Walker, Kelvin Bryant, Anthony Carter, Tremaine Johnson, and Gary Anderson. Next season promises to be even more exciting with new cities and new star players. Among the new players in the USFL next season, Joe Cribbs of the Buffalo Bills, Dan Ross of Cincinnati Bengals, Mike Butler of the Green Bay Packers, and among the new USFL franchises will be Oklahoma, San Antonio, Pittsburgh, Houston, Jacksonville, and just announced tonight, the fair city of Memphis, Tennessee. Follow the growth of the United States Football League next spring, when the new league promises to be even more exciting than in its first season. 5:04. I just hope we don't have any more games. 5:04 to play in the football game. 17-14, the Philadelphia Stars trailing in the football game. Michigan with the ball first and 10 from their own 37. I don't hope the season isn't any longer, Fred. By that, I mean, I hope there isn't any more than 18 games in the season. Surely they're not going to play 20-game season. Back split in the backfield behind Bobby Hebert. That's Miller and Lacey. Receiver Carter wide left. Holloway wide right. Long count by Hebert, wanting to eat up. I don't know if the clock was not running, so he hands off left side to Miller. Miller up over the 40 to the 42, maybe to the 43-yard line, and then he is pushed way back to the 35-yard line by Philadelphia's linebacker Vince DeMarinis. Well, you know, we mentioned that the attendance tonight was a little bit better than 46,000. That was paid. With complimentary passes, et cetera, 50,906 here in attendance at Mile High Stadium. Oh, it's been a pretty good ball game. The second half is livened up. We've got a tight ball game, and a big mistake here could just turn around for Philadelphia. I think they're going to try to start tackling the ball now. They've got to pull out all stops. They'll be blitzing the linebackers, and Michigan, of course, I think will try to run it for the first down. So it's 2nd and 4 for Michigan from their own 43. Handoff left side, Lacey following the block of Dornbrook. Has the first down inside the Philadelphia territory at the 48. Humble down there at the 48-yard line. DeMarinis and Jonathan Sutton combining for Philadelphia, but a good block thrown by right guard Tom Dornbrook. Well, they've killed him around the left side, haven't they? They've used this one play where they hand off to the back around the left side, and they've used it about 15 times on the run tonight. It's been their number one gainer on the run, and he's picked up a big first down now, and that clock continues to run. It's under 4 minutes. 3:42, 3:41, and rolling home. Wide to the left side, Carter. To the near side, right is Holloway. First and 10 for Michigan from the 48-yard line of Philadelphia. Lacey and Miller split in the backfield behind rookie quarterback Hebert. And off to Lacey. Lacey is stopped at the line of scrimmage. Hitting him hard, immediately launched, and boy, good tackle that time. Safety blitz, and he came from 15 yards back. Nobody blocked him, and he just came in and made a good tackle. Like Lush. And he's hurt. Lacey's down. And the timeout called by the official. And Lacey is on his back at the 48-yard line of Philadelphia. Paul, at this point in the ball game, we were handed a ballot just a few minutes ago, or several minutes ago, for the MVP of the ball game. It's really difficult, with so much time left in the ball game, to come up with an MVP. We have 3:11. It was in the third quarter. Right. Yeah, it's the wrong time to vote. They start passing out these ballots in all these games too early. They really ought to just wait to the end of the game. Who cares about announcing the winner before? I guess they want to do it before they go off the air on TV or something. I don't know, but I think it's unfair. They ought to wait till the game is completely over with before any MVP should be picked in a game like this. Paul, as you look back now on Super Bowl I, did you think when you played in that ball game against Kansas City, or suited up for that ball game against Kansas City, that the Super Bowl would evolve into the circus, the media circus that it is today? It really, I don't think anybody had that idea. The Packers win the first two Super Bowls, and it just got bigger and bigger and bigger, and it developed into the number one, I guess, sporting event in this country. And it's a great week. I love to go to the Super Bowl. I worked a few of them, and I've enjoyed working them. Enjoyed being there for all
be a good week. We've had a good time here in Denver. It's going to get better and better every year. Of course, they hope to have the city to host next year's USFL Championship announced very shortly so that they don't have to worry about last-minute preparations and that they'll have an opportunity to have a big build-up and a long time to get everything squared away. Well, Lacey is up, being helped off by two trainers. He was down and hit very hard. That's a bad man for the Michigan Panthers to lose Ken Lacey. Gained over 1,000 yards. He had 46 yards rushing tonight on 12 carries. We'll see if John Williams takes his place in the backfield. And now there's a timeout called by the Philadelphia Stars with 3:11 to play in the football game. And Bobby Hebert, the Michigan Panther quarterback, has an opportunity to go over and talk to his coach Jim Stanley. A little bit about Jim Stanley. Born in that state of Kentucky, where a lot of pretty good football players come from, Paul Horning. Yeah, he's a good Kentuckian. He's a tough guy, and he's done a great job with Michigan. Before the ball game, when you were chatting with Jim, he's mentioned that he played high school football, before or after you? I think he's 1 year after me. I graduated a year before he did back in Kentucky. And then, of course, he went to Texas A&M to play his college football under the great Bear Bryant. He's a head coach at Oklahoma State for 6 years, head football coach up in Winnipeg, and an assistant in the National Football League with the New York Giants and the Atlanta Falcons. His counterpart for the Philadelphia Stars, Jim Mora, was an assistant most recently with the New England Patriots. He also was assistant with the Seattle Seahawks. He was an assistant at UCLA under Dick Vermeil, also at Stanford. And he went to a school that really is not a big football school, Occidental College in California. He's done a fine job with Michigan. Of course, Dick Corey voted the Coach of the Year in the United States Football League. Philadelphia's Kelvin Bryant, the league MVP. Michigan has it 2nd and 10 from the 48-yard line of Philadelphia. Michigan leading by 3, 17-14, 3:11 to play in the football game. Hebert with Williams and Miller split in the back. Taking the throw. Hebert with a rush on. Throws the ball down there. Complete the Carter at the 35. Gets it to cover there. To the 30, 25, 10, 5. Touchdown, Michigan, Anthony Carter. How about that? We were talking a little bit earlier that they might look to go to number 1, Anthony Carter, for the big play. And when they needed a first down, where did they go on the outside? Bobby Hebert with the rifle arm. He got it to Anthony Carter about the 32-yard line. He did a pirouette, and it was all over in. He knew his speed was going to cover him into the end zone. 23-14. The Michigan Panthers now lead with 3:01 to play in this championship football game. There's a Philadelphia Star down on the field at the 33-yard line. The man who tried to make the tackle on Carter and got corkscrewed into the ground. And when we get to statistics, I think you're going to find that Bobby Hebert is over 300 yards passing now. We'll check that for you. Anthony Carter's had a sensational day. In fact, I wouldn't be at all too adverse in voting Anthony Carter for my most MVP. Well, now they call a timeout down on the field as Scott Warner, what a game he's played. Scott Warner's been a sensational player tonight, as he has been all year long for the Philadelphia Stars. A former All-American from the University of Georgia, the captain of that national championship team. He had 8 interceptions for Philadelphia on the year, and he's going to be a great. And Scott Warner is helped off the field by 2 trainers for the Philadelphia Stars. So, Novoboyovich will begin to try to tack on the 24th point of the night and give the Michigan Panthers a 10-point cushion. The ball is back, kick high, kick long. And that score is down. Michigan 24, Philadelphia 14. The stats on Bobby Hebert, the quarterback for the Michigan Panthers. 20 pass completions, 34 attempts, 313 yards. 13, and I want to tell you, that our friend on the back, Fred Manfred, the man is Dan Lovett. Dan, the ABC Radio Network pick, the USFL pick, was quoted in the paper. I've got it right here in front of me. Pick Michigan, great defense for the Panthers, and Hebert's hot hand. That was set. Total point. He predicted there'd be 38. Right now it's 24-14, and the MVP, John Corker. He might be wrong about the MVP. Well, let's hope some more points are scored somewhere along the line, because if they're not, we're going to have a 12-headed ride back to the East Coast. I'll tell you, Lovett will be on cloud 9. He might be on the next plane to Vegas after that. Look at Anthony Carter, and I wish I had my thing back right now. Anthony Carter, 9 catches, 177 yards, 1 touchdown. And Holloway caught 2, so Hebert's got 3 touchdowns on the night. And I'll bet you that Bobby Hebert will probably be the MVP, but Anthony Carter, I wish I had mine back. I'd vote for Carter. Well, that's what we were talking about, so it's too early. 24-14, Michigan leading Philadelphia. Novoboyovich to kick off. Alan Harvin standing back deep at the 3-yard line to our right. 3:01 to play in title game for the USFL number 1. Boyovich awaits the signal from the official. He gets it. The Panthers almost jump offside as they come with a kick. Boyovich powers it back deep. Harvin a yard deep in the end zone. Up over the 5, to the 10, to the 15. Harvin outside at the 15, to the 20. Harvin to the 25. He gets away from the tackle at the 26. Fumbles the ball up at the 34, but he was out of bounds with the fumble. It'll still be Philadelphia football, first and 10 from the 34-yard line. Clock stop with 2:46 to play in the football game. I tell you, Alan Harvin is looking from Cincinnati. He's a tough kid. He don't mind contact with that boy. He just took on the defenders, put that elbow out. 34-yard return by the little guy. And it's first and 10 for Philadelphia. And quarterback Chuck Fusina will send 50 wide to the right side. He has Collier along with Parker to the near side left. Bryant alone stepped back behind him from his own 34-yard line. Fusina to throw, setting up at the 24, pitches the ball downfield, incomplete, intended for 50 at the 45. Chapman feeling he should have had an interception there as the ball was thrown by. Fitzke, the intended receiver. Chapman just let it go by him. 2:42 to play in this ball game. Clock stops with the incompletion. Now it starts again. Official signals for the thing. And we will have action here momentarily on the clock with 2:42 to play in the football game. Fitzke wide right, double receivers left side, Collier and Parker. Again, Bryant alone step back, Fusina to throw on the second down, over the middle, the pass complete to Donovan. Donovan with a reception at the 38-yard line and is stopped at the 38 there. The tackle made by David Greenwood. Clock rolling down, we may have the 2-minute warning before the next play is off. However, Philadelphia employing the hurry-up offense here. That's right, it's going to wind down. We're almost to the 2-minute warning. John Elway playoff, taking his time getting back on defense. Fusina with a 3rd and 6, dropping the throw, flag down, pass incomplete. Fitzke leaping in the air, headed further through his hands at the 48-yard line, incomplete, but the flag was down on the play. Should be a hold coming up against Philadelphia if John Corker, the linebacker of Michigan, is correct. Somebody was offside too. I think there was 2 people jumping before the ball was snapped. You were right, offside. Corker wrong. Just hoping. Yeah. So it was a 3rd and 6. The offside will march at 5. 3rd and 1. Right. Just now, Bobby Hebert was the MVP. Well, that's a pretty good story. Well, I guess they would put it down the middle. Touchdown passes. Hebert and Anthony Carter on offense with no patience. Who's staying? Offside. Defensive end. First down. Okay, officially tonight, Bobby Hebert, the MVP of the title game, 20 passes complete, 39 slides, 313 yards. 3 touchdown passes. Fusina dropping the throw. Players a pass out right side. The pass complete to Donovan. Donovan trying to get down to the first down yardage. Does he do it? He is knocked out of bounds at about the 47-yard line of the Michigan Panthers. Now in short yardage. 2nd down and 1 from the 47 of Michigan. 2:03 to go in the ball game. Fusina with a slot to the left side, dropping the throw. Fusina fires a pass out again to Donovan. Donovan out of bounds to stop the clock at the 36-yard line of Michigan. And those short passes are picking up yardage and stopping the clock as Donovan runs out of bounds. And we're going to have the 2-minute warning here with 1:57 officially to play in the football game. Score 24 for Michigan, 14 for the Philadelphia Stars. And we have the 2-minute warning. The guy's getting a breather down on the field. And Paul, I just want to say, while we have an opportunity here, I've enjoyed this season working with you and Marv Levy and Greg Morton before he became the big coach here for the Denver Gold and Dick Butkus. It's been a pretty good season of USFL football on ABC. Well, and I've enjoyed it too. I can just
exceeded my expectations in putting on a performance like they have tonight. And, of course, the entire year. There have been low spots, but that was expected. But there have been many highs for this infant league.
They sure have, and they'll be back next year with 6 new teams. The 18 teams, they'll play an 18-game season. I don't know how many playoff games we're going to have. That's, I think, more than 2 because with the new addition of those teams.
You wonder if they're going to have preseason games next year. You'd think they'd have to.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. Wait and see, but it's going to be a lot better next year.
Well, the fans above us on this triple-deck horseshoe-type stadium stomping their feet and getting into the music that's being played, but the music will stop because the Philadelphia Stars will have the ball first and 10 from the 36 of Michigan. Receiver wide right, receivers 2 of them to the left side. Slot to the right side is Donovan. Fusina with Bryant alone set back behind him to throw. Setting up at the 45. Fusina with pressure, rolling out of the pressure now up over the 35, on the run to the 30, and he is tackled from behind at about the 30-yard line. John Corker making the stop on Chuck Fusina, and Corker, they take time out. Stopping the clock with 1:46 to play. The Stars down by 10, 24 to 14. Stars have it 2nd and 5 from the Michigan 31-yard line. Kelvin Bryant appears to be in pain of some type. I don't know whether he hurt his wrist, but he is walking back at the 45-yard line. He just got a little hit.
He'll sting.
He was stung a few times in his career.
That's exactly how you feel, too. You just want to shake it off a little bit. It's not serious.
Fusina has thrown for 155 yards tonight, completing 18 of 37 passes. And a kid from the Bayou country, however, Bobby Hebert, the quarterback for the Michigan Panthers, voted the MVP of tonight's championship game.
Oh, he's got a good arm, a great future.
You know, being here most of this week, well, it's very interesting to see the news media treating the arrival of John Elway with the Denver Broncos. Every time John Elway scratched his nose, winked his eye, there was a feature-length article on him in the newspapers.
Yeah, I tell you, I might want to watch that game with Baltimore. That might get it.
2nd and 5 for Philadelphia from the 31 of Michigan. The Stars trail by 10. Fusina to throw, dropping. Going downfield, the pass incomplete. The intended receiver down there was Rodney Parker. He looked right, the pass went left and incomplete.
Somebody ran the wrong pattern. Fusina's hot at him.
1:41 to play as the incompletion stops the clock. Ball wrestling at the 31-yard line. 3rd and 5 now for Philadelphia and Chuck Fusina. The Stars with the best record in the USFL during the regular season. The Michigan Panthers, after a 1-4 stumble, came on to win 13 football games and lose just 6. Fusina with a slot to the right side, slot left. 4 wide receivers.
They can get a wild break here and get into the end zone for 7.
Fusina over the middle with a completion to Donovan at the 30-yard line. Will they give progress good enough for a first down is the question here. As they give it up to the 27-yard line, Philadelphia has to go to the 26th of Michigan for the first down.
I was going to say, if they get lucky and go down deep or into the end zone, get 7, that'd be the only shot they come back for in that onside kick. But they're going for all this short stuff.
4th and 2. Fusina over the middle with a pass complete to the first down for Bryant. Kelvin Bryant with a first down, spun down at the 22-yard line. Clock stopped with a minute 10. John Corker, the linebacker, making the tackle for Michigan, but Bryant has the first down for the Philadelphia Stars with 1 minute and 10 seconds to go in regulation time here in the USFL title game. Michigan leading 24 to 14. First and 10 for Philly from the 22 of the Panthers. Again, 4 wide receivers, 2 right, 2 left. Fusina to throw. Setting up at the 30, retreating now, rolling right side. Over the middle of the pass complete to Bryant, but Bryant down at the 21-yard line. He caught it and was hit immediately. Little gain on that one. Clock under a minute, 46 seconds to go in the football game, the championship game, and there will be a timeout called by the Philadelphia Stars with 44 seconds to go in the ball game. And while we have this time, we'd like to tell you we want to take 10 seconds for station identification. This is the ABC Radio Network. We see that John Corker, the
voted the best defensive player in the USFL by the media. Up after a bit of a hit, and he is walking around with a grimace on his face, but you know it'll be a smile in about 44 seconds if his Panther team can hang on to its 10-point lead or even hang on to the victory, because they would be the first ever champions of the United States Football League. We mentioned a little bit earlier that the Armed Forces Radio Network carrying this football game over 600 stations with the ball game around the world, and we welcome the listenership of the men and women in uniform across this big, wide, wonderful world of ours on Armed Forces Radio. And Paul, the trophy, you saw that down in the press room at the hotel. It's a beautiful trophy that they'll give the winning team here. A helmet with the USFL logo emblazoned on the side, and I understand the rings that the players will get look like huge rocks that they have for the ball players. So it'll be pretty nice prizes. Back is Fusina dropping the throw. Fusina completion to Willie Collier at the 10-yard line. He should have a first down at the 10 of Michigan. Albert Gray on the defense. 37 seconds remaining. The clock stops as the chains move here in the USFL. Fusina. It's just 35 seconds now. 4 wide receivers in. Fusina dropping a throw over the middle of the pass. Complete to Donovan, who crossed it up. Now they rule incomplete. Donovan made the reception at the 5. He may have been juggling the football, and it went popping forward to the 2, but the official ruled the pass incomplete. This team never gives up, I'll tell you that. They're still fighting for every second they can get. David Riley into the football game. Trying to get it in the end zone, Fred, and go for the onside kick. Harvin out. 29 seconds only to go in the football game, Paul Horning. 24-14, Michigan leading Philadelphia with its second and 10 from just the Philadelphia side of the Michigan 10. Quarterback Fusina to throw. Pressure. He has some running room, but he fires cross field complete to Donovan. Donovan at the 5. Donovan down toward the goal line, but he will not get any. It's Bulldog down at the 2-yard line. Grabbing him around the shoulder pad, pulling him down, Oliver Davis. That may have saved a little excitement. Is that the flag down there? That's that yellow towel that Fusina uses. 5 seconds to go in the football game. Fusina dropping the throw on the 3rd and 2. Fusina rolling right. No time on the clock. Fusina to the end zone with a pass. Complete, but no time on the clock. Fans running all over the field. They give the touchdown. With no time on the clock, the Philadelphia Stars score the touchdown. At least the official signaled touchdown in the end zone on the pass completion from Fusina. Fans floating onto the field here at Mile High Stadium. We had this scene last week at the Silverdome with 25 seconds remaining in the ball game, and the fans better get off the field. They're going to have the point after try. What's the point? Clear the field. We'll try the point. Point after touchdown. Clear the field. No mock scenes like this, something you really don't need in sports. You really don't. And even though there's no fighting or anything like that going on around here, it's just uncalled for. And I guess they're going to have to just police these stadiums a little bit heavier, because they just come through the barricades, come over the fences, and jump the field. We see the fans being told to clear the field. Several have moved off, but about 1,000 or so still milling around down between the 30 of Michigan and the goal line of Philadelphia to our right. And the official wanting to get the point after try up for the Philadelphia Stars so we can get this football game completed. And of course, last week the game ended with 25 seconds to go because the Silverdome floor was mobbed by people. They tore the goalposts down, they carried them out, and now I think they will get the fans off the field. Some security finally out there to move the fans off of the Mile High Stadium turf. Still on the scoreboard, we do not have that 6 points tacked on, but the official did signal touchdown, and we're going to have the point after try. Well, maybe the Philadelphia Stars knew that Dan Lovett had the score predicted earlier, and they didn't want him to come up talking to us and saying, say 38, now we got 44. Right. Lovett, as we look behind over our shoulder with a grimace on his face. So we will get the point after try here. Or they'll go for 2. Or go for 2, but there's no